Hello everyone, welcome to the Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. I watched the original trilogy of Lord of the Rings probably more times than any other movie series, or even standalone on that matter. It has been a couple years though, so kinda rusty on the lore, I will admit. But from what I know, Return to Moria is set after the Return of the King, like a fair few years after. And it was actually a really cool introduction to this game that I'll play out right now.
With hammer and axe, we cleanse the world from the shadow of the ring and its master. Yet we dwarves celebrate as a scattered people, cut off from our one true home. Across Middle-earth, we mine and sculpt, delving for riches, yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria. Durin built it before the first sun rose. And through the ages, when darkness threatened our great kingdom, he awoke to lead us again. Until the Balrog took it all away. That was 1,000 years ago. And Durin the Deathless has not returned. Some say, be patient. I say, we wait no longer. It is time to journey from every mountain. Come, rally together. Bring your axes and tools, craft and courage. It is time. We dwarves return to Moria.
And yes, the voice of Gimli was the original actor that played Gimli in the movies, which is really sick. But anyway, let's just jump straight into the game. And we can customize a dwarf. This looks not right. Alright, there we go, we got some actual... No, keep a full beard, please. It's how dwarves are supposed to be. I do think I like this one quite a lot. It's the first one you really get, but it looks really good. A lot of detail in it. I also like the orange colors. He looks so terrified. Right, we can have different hairstyles as well. Gotta admit, quite a few styles to pick from. Ooh, Waterfall looks really cool. So much metal in his hair, it's insane. Does he have any tattoos? No, I don't think so. I don't really like tattoos much. All have darker blue eyes. It's more like regular blue, I suppose. Men can be big and tough. Let's keep that down a little bit. Have like a medium belly. He is a dwarf after all. They like to eat a lot. But then again, they also do work a lot. Alright, so this is where we can choose his personality, with his origin, voice lines, how he behaves. Not 100% sure if this changes much the personality, to be fair, but I'll keep him on focused.
An orc stronghold.
I think I like Free. Yeah, Free's probably best. The interesting thing is they also have two voice lines, which favor Khuzdal, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it. Which I'm pretty sure is like the actual dwarven language. I think I'll gotta keep it on free. Now what is this? Glitter Cave? This is just where we came from. So as the intro cinematic showed, dwarves from like all over the continent joined forces for this expedition. I'm just gonna go by, I guess, looks here. Because during the movies you don't really learn a lot about the dwarves, so I don't really know too much about them. Even in The Hobbit, actually, now I think about it. I think this is good. Builder, Son, Loni, Gloin. I think I'm gonna keep it as Gloin. I assume that's how you pronounce it. Alright, Gloin, let's create a world. Yeah, I'll keep it as Gloin's world. Here's the seed for anyone who wants to know, which I didn't know the game had, so that's pretty good. And I might play it offline. Don't want no sneaky other dwarves in my place.
Yes, dwarves from every clan have answered your call, despite the King Under the Mountain's objection. Lord Gimli, Erebor will not support entering the Black Pit.
If the king wants to stop us, he can come himself.
Every attempt you've made has failed. This is a sign.
No signs or kings are going to stop us. This is the time to reclaim Khazad-dûm. Today, we get into that mountain. Any luck?
No,
Won't budge. Did you try speaking friend?
Now, why didn't I think of that before? You did your best. On to plan B.
Ah, finally.
Plan B? Is
Plan
that
boom.
blasting fire?
I'd stand back if I were you.
This is madness! Gimli, you can't! We have to wait for Durin!
Durin's not here. We have to do this ourselves. Maybe this will wake him up. Limin Barak, Limin Tagaz, Kazad Dashtin.
Oh, no! Lord Gimli! This is another sign!
Oh, hammer tongues. It's the Fourth Age. Nothing is going to stop us.
You heard Lord Gimli. Let's go. Pack it in. Yes, nice and tight. Come on, help him out.
Ooh, that does not seem good. Oh fuck. We're doomed. We fell down. How far did we fall down? So there's full-on quest lines, damn. Gather wood? We're underground, my man. Alright, let's explore this a little bit. We can get some wood scraps, nice. The ones that are not on fire anyway. So far, my first impressions, it's feeling smooth. I'm guessing this is something we have to dig out later. Can we climb up here? Oh, we can actually climb, that's good. Do we have, like, a carry capacity? Do we have, like, where's our, like, actual wood? Okay, so we have it in our hotbar. And I guess that's, like, on his belt or something. And then we have, like, the actual backpack. I would imagine we can upgrade, seeing as there's only 10 slots. And then armor we don't have. This is lore. This is the map. We can set waypoints as well, that is good. Crafting, we can craft a torch, we gotta do that for the quest. This is where we can build actual structures by the looks of it. And then settings, alright. There's a bunch of metal fragments lying on the ground. We found a recipe for pickaxe, and we can dig for the rubble. Oh, we can also light these braziers. Oh, but it costs us the wood we got. Probably not want to do that yet. Alright, let's craft ourselves a pickaxe. I guess our goal is to dig through that scrap, but if we remember right, there was actually some debris back here. Digging out quite the hole, not gonna lie. So this is like actual stone, and then rock is easy to mine. Yeah, okay, there's like nothing truly here. Also noticed at the bottom left, we got a couple different bars. I'm not exactly sure what the half circle means. But we do for sure have a hunger bar. At least that's what I assume the cheese means. And then of course a health bar. Ooh, we found the other side.
Firelight. We are not alone.
Yeah, that's something we could know from this. Actually, I did not think about that. Just saw a random fire.
A raven of Erebor.
A raven? What's up, my man? What are you doing down here?
Ah, are you from our camp?
Thank the winds. I am Arik, son of Arak. Yours is the only friendly face here.
What happened to the rest of camp?
I cannot tell. A curse, ill curse. It blocks me.
Could you search for a way out? And for any other survivors?
I will search. You go east, see what you can find. I will fly to you when I can.
Alright. And he's off. Well, we don't really have, like, any good directions. I'm gonna assume east is that way, because it's, like, the only way we can go. In the meantime, though, let's collect a bunch of these mushrooms. I assume we can cook them over the fire, right? No? Maybe we can't. Oh, we can honor the remains of a fallen dwarf. Oh, and he's gone, alright. We also got Hero Spirit on the sidebar now. Restoring and honoring a Kazudan's gives bonus to energy for a short time. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, can we just eat these like this? I guess so. So I guess this wasn't like a proper campfire then. Dude, this is some tougher dirt. Never mind, it was just a top layer that was tough. I'm guessing just the tutorial is kinda hand-holdy, right? It doesn't seem like we can like do much. But this platform isn't gonna help me much, is it? Oh, we can just build platforms like that? Alright. And we can jump up here. Don't know how this is stuck to the wall, but hey, it is what it is. Also, what the hell is this that we just got? Oh, that's the hero's token. Again, not 100% sure what we do with those. These halls are pretty nice looking, though. Oh, oh.
The doors of Durin. What is wrong with it? I've never seen rooms with such shadow. No wonder we couldn't get it open from the other side.
Oh, okay, so these were the doors that they tried to blast open, I guess? The doors of Durin are cursed. Yeah, you can say that again. Alright, I see. So there's like different types of quests here. So we have mysteries, which I guess we have to figure out how to uncurse it or why there's a curse on it. And then we have like more direct quests, which are our current goals, which is explore until the raven comes back. Who was this? Sign of the Fellowship. I found a wee set of Shire-made travel plates and forks. These must have been left behind by one of Lord Gimli's hobbit's companions, perhaps while resting after the Watcher trapped them inside Moria. I must be on the same path Gandalf and Gimli led them. A very good omen. They made it out, and so can we. There's also some neat little touches, not gonna lie. Making nods back to, like, the original movie trilogy. That doesn't sound good.
We'll kill him for your boss. Not yet, fool! Orktown needs to prepare.
Oh, there's a bunch of guys back there.
Dwarf flesh. Wait for my signal.
Orcs survived. Yeah, so we're gonna get extra issues now. Actually, can we craft anything that might help us out here? An improved axe? You know, I'll do it. I'll craft that. Yeah, it's good for chopping trees or orcs. That could be fantastic. Oh, there's also movement in the back there where it's lit up. It's probably where some orcs are hiding. We're getting wary? Gotta rest to restore energy. Oh, I can see what the other bars are now. So the half circle is the light level. From what I know is if we go into the dark zones, we're gonna run into big trouble. And we have a morale system as well. That we're getting tired though, it's probably not ideal. Oh, these are giant rats. Okay, good. And also the raven's back.
Ah, Arik, what news?
There's no way west. No way out.
I did not think we would see shadow-cursed runes in Moria. Our path, then, must go east.
Long journey. You must prepare. Up here, at that old dwarven camp.
You're right. It's time to find shelter before making our way further.
I will scout ahead. Stay alive.
With luck, we will exit the Dimrill Gate. For now, we must face the long dark of Moria.
Well, that doesn't sound very good, does it? There's some sunions. Some sunny onions, I would imagine. And then this is something? Cranberries. Well, he died a lot quicker than I imagined. Oh, we can rebuild a bunch of stuff here. Well, we can basically rebuild this if we have bronze ingots, some wood, as well as a steel hammer. And the tank itself as well. We need some better ingots. Damn, that seems quite expensive, but I guess this is where we're gonna set up base. Which is quite interesting. Because what I thought the game would be like is we would have to set up our own base, but I guess not. Alright, yeah, so now we have to rebuild the camp here. Rebuild the hearth. That's this, I assume? Yes. Alright, rebuilt that. My torch has gone out, but I guess perfect timing. Ooh, and now it gets dark. How's there so much light out here, though? Is that up to the surface? I guess it must be. Ooh, there's also a chest back here. Oh, but we don't have Ori's keys. We need a steel hammer to rebuild the mapstone. We cannot rebuild that. We can rebuild the furnace, however. And I'm guessing here we can smelt the iron into iron ingots. Yeah, as expected. We just don't have the iron ore at the moment. Alright, B for the build menu. What do we need? A bedroll and claim it. Crafting and essentials. Yeah, that's what it's under. Let's put it in the corner here. Table to serve meals as they come off the fire. Requires to cook meals. Okay. Well, actually, I think, isn't this the meal table? A couple of portions? And it seems to be doing things on its own, which is pretty good. I might just build a wooden chest real quick. That is not optimal placement, but alright. Let's put some stuff in there. Oh yeah, look at that. This is the meal table. Cook a meal to recover health. We just did that though, game. Ah, really? Oh, it wants to roast meat. Alright, well, we need more meat in order to get that. So we need to find another rat. And there also seems to be some iron over there. Thanks for letting me know, game. Hey, come back, you little bitch. Come back. Rat, don't run. I need you for a quest. Alright, we got him. Let's make our way back because it's getting dark. Oh, fuck, those are orcs. Watching, not attacking. Okay. Wait, what? Well, alright. Let's make some roast meats, I suppose. Table needs clearing. Oh man, we're gonna have to eat all of this. Is that enough clearing? No, it needs all of it gone. Actually, can we make a second table? I think that counts. That'd be pretty helpful, though. Oh, that doesn't sound good, though. Alright, well, we did that. Let's mine some iron if we can.
There's a tavern in the deep, they say. Hum-da-dee-o-day-o. Where the barkeep runs to a tune they play. Hum-da-dee-o-day-o. Hum-da-dee-o-do. And once you know how the ditty goes, hum-diddy-o-do means that the oaken door with the raven crest, you can sing for your supper and a good night's rest. Hum-diddy-o-day-o. Hum-diddy-o-do.
That's pretty good. I love that. Oh, we should have a ton of iron ore now, which means we can add some of that, add a bunch of it to the queue. We also got a gemstone. I'm not 100% sure what to do with that yet, so we'll put that away. Alright, with that we can rebuild our forge. And now we can craft some weapons. So we need some hide scrap. Oh, we can also craft the key. And we can make a shield with some iron. I think it probably wants us to craft the key first to open up the chest. And in the chest is probably some hide scrap. Not 100% sure what this is. Oh, some lambras. So that's just food. Well, I'm not gonna say that was really worth it, in my opinion. I mean, we get some more metal back, so I guess it is. Oh, so one of the figures we found actually goes here. Alright, we gotta search this area for X fragments. What the heck? Is that a llama? Also, we found another forge, and what is this? Durin's Axe fragment. And a bunch of wood, damn. Whoa, what the hell? That suddenly sped up real quick. Oh, we got some more stuff. This doesn't look like your regular iron, though. What is this? Oh, cool. Oh, the meal spoils over time, too. Well, may as well eat this, too, then, for now. Can also clear out the rubble by the looks of it, too. That's pretty nice. Now, I'm not 100% sure if we actually want to stick around here, as this does seem to be, like, the tutorial area. There was a path that we could dig through over there. However, since this is open, there seems to be, like, a wolf here. What are these guys? Well, look more like boars. Okay, they are a lot tougher than I thought they would be. God damn. Ooh, there's also blocking in the game. Nice. I was gonna make this a lot easier. That is if I can block anyway. Alright, there we go. Oh, this is where we can get the scrap hide from. We can make a better backpack too. Hold up though, first let's run back then. Because with the scrap hide that we just collected, we can actually make a sword. Now I imagine a sword will deal a bit more damage than an axe. Or at least on this axe, hopefully. So back at the forge. There we go, we can finally craft our iron sword. That actually crafted real fast. Ooh, we also got a quest again. It's interesting how the quests seem to work in this game. Because it doesn't seem to progress until you do certain things, which I suppose is how quests usually work. But like, it doesn't tell you to do anything, and then after you did a couple things to progress, then it's like, yeah, here's more questline, mate. Have fun with that. Anyway, what I wanted to look at is, well, we can make a hammer? Yeah, you know what? Let's make the iron hammer, because it's used to rebuild structures. And we might come across a couple of those. And then also make the scout's pack. Which, funny enough, our inventory is full. Or actually... No, wait, did we... Oh, man. This is also the scout's pack. Okay, well, we have 2 backpacks, I guess. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So you can carry certain items, but they're classified as heavy objects. Alright, well... let's just dump that over here for now. We got the right backpack? Yeah. Oh, it actually takes them from the chests nearby. I just realized, because we just put all the meat away. That is like such a neat feature. I know more survival games have this, but you don't appreciate it until it's gone. Alright, I think I found a weird and interesting glitch. Listen to the sound when I block. It's like he's rummaging through his backpack or something. Also, something interesting to note is tab is close inventory, but when you do that, you also open up your regular inventory, which, not gonna lie, kind of annoying. What is that noise? Oh, it's another orc. I really wonder if we can just... Yeah, we can just beat him up. Alright, we did. We beat up one orc. Or goblin, what the heck? I thought they were orcs before. Oh, potato patata, I suppose. Why are we holding the torch like this? There we go. Fix that. Alright, it's fully daytime. Means we can run out. So it wants us to go this way. There's just an entire building that we can seem to live in. This actually looks pretty nice. Actually, can we use the hammer on this? We can just repair it. Oh, does that fix the look? Oh, you can slowly see it getting fixed. I mean, it goes pretty slow. I was kind of imagining this going a lot faster and just instantly getting fixed. And then we get tired before even fixing the stairs. I just want to see what it does, if it also gets rid of all the grime on it. It does. That is really cool, because, in my opinion, this looks like a pretty neat house. I mean, the top side probably needs some redecorating, but... I mean, technically, I wasn't even going to leave her anyway, but... Is this a functioning bed? No. Well, you could probably put a bedroll on it, and it will become functional. But yeah, I can see people using structures like this to just live in. Ooh, found another carving. We require one of those. Or I think 5, and this is the second one we found. Oh, actually... Didn't even think about breaking these giant crates, but they give you some good stuff. That's 24 iron already, goddamn. Oh, damn it, statue. Let's fix it up. We got the supplies anyway. Oh, we get, like, some extra wisdom, so we get forge recipes. Those are interesting ways to interact with the world as well. It isn't just decorative, they actually give you stuff. There's another one of those statues as well. Oh, and a fallen dwarf. Let's honor his remains. Recipe fragment found for the war axe. Got 1 of 2. Alright, here wants us to dig through, which we should be doing. Alright, well, my suggestion is at the moment, rush back real quick, dump a bunch of the supplies, and then continue onward. Alright, let's start digging. Seems like the raven's back. There's also a pool of whatever the heck this stuff is.
These shadow vents are almost as bad as those cursed runes.
Evil curses. Evil. Ah. Highway blocked. Ah. Must find another way east.
Maybe we can get into the old mines and find a way back onto Durin's highway from there.
Ah! Mines are close. Dig through. Find where to dig through.
All right. I will find the right spot to dig a shortcut to the mines. I will see you soon, friend.
Ah! In the mines. Ah!
Do we get damaged? Oh! That's probably not the smartest thing to do. So what does it do exactly? The Shadow Scrolls leaves a deeper despair that only time or brewcraft can heal. It just deals damage by the looks of it. Yeah, will drain health. So that is what staying in the dark, I suppose, will do to us as well. Alright, what the hell is this? Translates Wizard Mark. These runes are the markings of the wizard Thorkin. Here's what is written. Evil shadow plagues this area. A wizard searches for a train. Gandalf. Alright, well, thanks, Gandalf. So I guess we would have to go back, right? It's my assumption, and just follow one of the other ways. I do truly wonder, though, this game is supposedly procedurally generated. To me, though, it looks like, even though it would probably be procedurally generated, because when you look at the map, it's made out of a bunch of squares that connect to each other. But if you look at stuff like this, right, these are just preset structures. How much of the game is actually, like, rather similar to each other if you replay it? Because I assume you can see this particular setup quite often. Unless they've really made, like, a crap ton of presets. Alright, it's Twilight. And I'm not talking about the movie. I think I'm just gonna try and make my way towards the mines. There should hopefully be something there. If we get a little bit more stone as well, actually, we could fix up that statue. Oh, what the hell's going on here? What are those? It's like fucking wolves. Oh no, my sword broke. My sword broke. I didn't know that could happen. Oh, I found another carving, though. Yeah, well, this wasn't my plan, but I guess let's head back. While it is still twilight out, I'm gonna collect a little bit more iron as well. Start singing, because I need some calmness.
Well, there's always food and there's always drink. Hum-diddy-o-day-o. You can stomp your feet while the anchors clink. Hum-diddy-o-day-o. Hum-diddy-o-do. And once you know how the ditty goes, hum-diddy-o-do means at the oaken door with the raven crest, you can sing for your supper and a good night's rest. Hum-diddy-o-day-o. Hum-diddy-o-do.
Well, man, that singing, I like that a lot. It adds so much character. Okay, we're now properly getting into nighttime. Oh, damn, the wolves are back? I guess they must have heard me. Oh, shit. Those guys must have heard me mine as well. Okay, I think we're out of darkness. Yeah, we're out of the darkness, but we are extremely tired. Alright, I have to take care of this guy. Okay, good. We took care of one of the wolves. I imagine it was the one we hit a couple times. The camp is under siege. Ah, shit. It's gonna be really bad. Oh, shit, no. The orcs are here as well. We don't have a weapon, my guy. Oh, crap. We're dying. I'm out of stamina. Ouch. They're breaking everything, dude. We need to get... Oh, we don't have our backpack. I'll go back to our... Yeah, go back to our backpack. We need... Craft that sword right now. Right this second. Get out of here, gobbies. We're also destroying our heart itself. That's not good. Alright, more's coming. Proper siege going on.
I saw monsters in the air.
There's bats now too. And there's so many of them. What the hell? Why are we already getting a siege? It's day 3, my dudes. Wasn't even prepared. Alright, siege has ended. Oh man. Let's craft up some armor as well. We actually unlocked that. Could be good to equip here. So we're a bit tougher now. We better be getting like actual repair, like defensive structures. Also, I was looking in here. We can actually build a repair smithy ourselves. So that is good. Should probably keep on to the iron though for a little while. I also noticed that with the heroes tokens we can make a memorial flame. But yeah, because this is a temporary base that we're currently set up in, I don't think we should actually start building the smithy there, because I don't think you can actually pick stuff up. Or a damaged monument. Let's start rebuilding this real quick. Monuments will raise spirit. Ooh, we can sing a song. Oh, we have to do it like near the statue.
Young, the mountains green, no stain yet on the moon was seen, no words were laid on stream or stone when Durin woke and walked alone. He named the nameless hills and dells, he drank from yet untasted wells. He stooped and looked in mirror and saw a crown of stars appear as gems upon a silver thread above the shadow of his head.
That was actually pretty good, goddamn. Bonus to health, stamina, energy, and curse despair. That's insane.
I hear water behind this wall. It could be the shortcut to the mines. Ha! Time to dig.
Oh, well, that's good that he hears the water. I was gonna check out here, though. Not many goodies, sadly. It's kind of crazy that they went through so many songs. Like, of course it's a big part of dwarven culture, but the devs really seem to have, like, gone above and beyond for this game. And there is runes, and then there's a scroll. Notice from the king. By order of King Durin III, this area of Zerigzigil is shut to all under penalty of exile. Yeah, sure. We'll listen to that. The magic of the elves is strong here. A wizard searches for Triumph. Oh, come on. There's more flapping wolves. Bad wolves. Didn't you see this fucking place is closed? I guess closed doesn't matter much for us. Oh, yikes. This is, it does matter for us. Is the axe not the optimal tool? Why is the pickaxe better at destroying this than the axe? It's wood, my guy. Well, I guess there are metal beams as well. We don't even get metal from it. Point it. Wow.
A hidden elven cavern inside Khazad-dûm? By my axe, what is this?
An elven garden? This place looks amazing. Got some cabbage from here. What are these? Yeah, our inventory is full, but they are grapples. Wow. Here's the statue as well. Oh, it requires a steel hammer. This place looks beautiful. Oh, come on, orcs. Why must you be like that? All things considered, I might just build a base around here. This looks amazing. Some waterfalls too. Oh, look at that. The little... It's supposed to be like the white tree. I cannot take the blessings. We can set up camp around the blessing here, though. We can turn this into like a sleeping quarter. Yeah, I think we can use this. We can just use this entire area as our own. We just have to get rid of some of the orc guys around. But there is like a full-on smithy around here. There's a forge. There's the furnace. There is one more of the carvings that we require. You would need to get some more wooden chests. It needs to be built near a hearth. Alright. So I guess we need to build that first. Alright, what I think I'll do is I'm gonna run back real quick. Gather up the supplies. Put these carvings away. Those are the llamas, but with horns. Well, don't really care for those right now. Alright, we're back at the carvings. So let's see how many we needed. 2. Oh, these aren't the right carvings? Oh, I guess they must be from a different family. So that is probably somewhere in the elvish quarters then. Or is this another one of those? But there we go, we brought everything over pretty much that we wanted. And I think I'm gonna be leaving it here. I think in the next episode what we'll do is we'll start to make this feel like an actual home. Probably clear out a bit of the debris outside here, as well as inside. And start clearing out some of the camps. Never mind, we are under siege. Are we under siege by one fucking bat? Oh no, there's the other orcs. Why don't you fucking start destroying my newly built home? Well, it's not really newly built, but you guys get what I mean. Just because you guys were here earlier than I was, doesn't mean this isn't my home. Hey, stop it. That's stuff I have to destroy myself later. Well, it does seem like, though, unlike the other base, we actually do stand a better fighting chance in this one. Especially if they start destroying all the debris. But it seems like they were going for the walls rather than our actual hearth. Probably because we put it so close to the wall. Which is pretty good. Alright, siege has ended. Sweet. Seems like the walls themselves are actually in quite good condition, which is pretty good. And of course we also have to destroy a couple things. I think I'll keep all this stuff under the staircase here. I mean, it looks quite nice, and we don't really have anything to fit under there at the moment anyway. So it's kind of weird. For some reason it says that this part is 100%, but it looks pretty busted up. Alright, I think with that, everything that can be 100% is 100%. We probably need some other tool for the floorboards. I think what I'll do is I'll start destroying some of the broken walls. And I also wonder if we hit this now. Now it's officially damaged. Yeah, now it gets cleaned. So that is the trick to that, I suppose. Alright, so all we need now, right, is we need the repair station. The repair smithy. That one doesn't seem to be that expensive, luckily. It needs to be built near a hearth. I guess we build it on that side then. So we'll repair the armor, repair pickaxe. It seems to only take metal fragments. So I suppose, why not, right? And then we can continue. I think with that, I kind of want to try my hand at combat with these big guys. A tribe of Summerman's filth. Alright. These are no normal orcs, but goblin men. The only problem is, though, is our stamina is atrocious after a long day's of work. He is, oh fuck, there's wolves as well. What the fuck? Where the hell did these guys come from? Why is there so many? What the hell? Look at this. This is absolutely ridiculous. How the hell are we gonna survive this? Oh, and he also has ranged attacks.
I see something ahead.
Yeah, about a boar? Or a bear? Oh, and all three of them come to join as well. Alright, I think we lost most of them. I don't want to be near that thing, though. Orcs avoid elven quarter. Well, not these guys, I suppose. Alright, we got 3 of them left. I think we can take that amount. Yeah, alright, good. I can hear more wolves, though. I mean, there were like a ton of them, so... Did we lose them all around here? Oh, there's one here. Take care of this guy real quick. So I was looking at this, right? And if we get a Sunyan, we actually get a meat stew, which seems to restore health and a lot of energy. Energy is something we need at the moment. Now, I haven't seen any Sunyans in the elven quarters. However, we're not far away from the regular mines. Oh, come on. More bloody wolves? Oh, there's some Sunyans. Actually, quite a bit of the Sunyans. May as well just grab quite a few. Are those even more? What the fuck? I wonder if they will steal from that large group. That was kind of insane though, not gonna lie. Seems like the elven quarter is quite dangerous. I can see why the regular goblins avoid it. I can see more wolves outside. What the hell, dude? I'm also looking at this. This stone wall is not the same. Now though, let's fill in the hole at least. Are those wolves again? It probably sounds very repetitive for you guys. But to be fair, it is very repetitive for me as well. I'm not cutting that much in between these wolf encounters. Yeah, look, there's more. I literally just killed these guys. Okay, well, the blocking works on those as well. I don't know why that guy just suddenly jumped in front. Ouch. They deal a bit more damage. They don't seem to be that tough, because we already killed one guy. Yeah, we easily destroyed them, actually. Did I not bring the key? Oh, we need ore key for this. I thought we need the ore key for that. Well, let's continue our search here. At least it looked like this one dropped something. Either that or hit it from the wall here. Then again, metal scrap is also not that special. Ooh, here's another one of these carvings. A fair hand defeating the bear.
I need a better weapon for this.
Oh yeah, that could be quite something. Okay, yeah. The bear might be a huge problem. I think we could technically take him, but I don't think it's wise, especially since he just destroyed our armor. Well, the good thing is we have 4 of these carvings now. I think we only need 5 of them, so that means whenever we find the location to put those carvings down, we should nearly have all of them. Alright, let's go towards the middle road, because I assume that's where we have to go, right? We have to go all the way over there. Damn, these ones, some of them fight like real fast. Kinda crazy. Ooh, what is that over there, though? That seems also like a way to go. But this also looks kind of special. So what is this? Guess we're gonna have to defeat a couple goblin men. Seems like they're not doing so well on stairs, though, which I suppose is good for us. Same can sadly be said for the wolves. So what is out here, then?
An elven forge. In an elven hall. Within Khazad-dûm? Must be rubble in my eyes.
Well, alright then. Did not expect that. The furnace is cold. We also need to find a replacement crank. Everything here says cold. Well, I found the crank. It was like right next to the area here. Slots in perfectly. Not sure what it does though. Here's another something. Replacement gear. Oh wait, it has to go up there. How the hell do we get up here? Can we walk inside here? Oh yeah, there's some staircases up here. Alright, replace that. That did something because I saw a bunch of light. The Great Furnace of Narvi. It is damaged, so can we just repair it with Iron Hammer? No. We were also missing some parts there. The interesting thing is though, even though this is a elven forge, there are still dwarven statues everywhere. And I need some more wood as well. Alright, well there was this other tunnel on the other side as well.
We can get into the old mines and find a way back onto Durin's highway from there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Forge a steel pickaxe. Compact dirt requires a stronger pick. Okay. So now we're getting forced to basically find steel. We need to restart one of the great forges of Khazad-dûn. So basically what it's telling us, we need to fix up that elven forge. What's this? This is glowing yellow. Foolish stubborn dwarves and their grudges. There's less shadow here, because it shees away from the elven magic. Ooh, what's this? This Mazakun belongs to the great craftsman Narvi and his line. Okay, so this is where we basically have to place those. We only need 4, and we have 4 of them, so that is quite good as well. Interesting, there's a farm patch here. Alright, I think there should be enough. We got 99 wood, we got 5 of the carvings. Now we just have to wait on dawn. Let's see what happens. Oh, we can open it up. Craft plans. A fragment of forgotten knowledge. A shield and a long bottom hat. Oh, some steel as well, nice. And sapphire and more coins. Pretty interesting. And now let's see, if we can get a couple platforms going, we can jump up to this broken pipe piece. I hope it's just laying around here. No. But we did learn the recipe for it now. Which I'm not gonna lie, is actually kind of annoying. Because it means we're gonna have to walk all the way back. Oh wait, is that the replacement piece? Yes. Ah, there we go, we can actually pick it up now. Replace that piece. Something is happening. Things are turning, it's opening up. Come on, forge, open up. It's heating up as well, nice. It still works after 1,000 years. Oh, baby. Good thing I wasn't standing in front of that. Oh. A horde incoming? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, right?
Drums, get ready to fight.
Oh, they're coming in over here? I guess that would make sense. Yeah, the forge roar alerted the horde. Oh, and these aren't regular goblins, are they? These are gonna be goblin men, so they're gonna be the tougher well, I guess not. Well, this guy is the orc guy, or the goblin main. I don't know why the regular goblins just die in one hit now. It's kind of weird. Probably because it would have been too hard otherwise, I would imagine. They drop a lot of money as well. Oh my god, there's so many though.
That's one more for me.
Torch has gone out. Oh, no, that's my regular torch. Okay, well, that's good. Well, it's fine, I suppose, at least. There's so much loot in the ground. So the orc man also smacked the, or the goblin man also smacked the smaller goblins. And there's wolves now too. I wonder if they're part of the actual horde or not. Okay, they left. And yeah, they were not part of it. The wolves just come here to fuck with us. Man, that was kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Alright, let's go check out the forge. We need to craft up some bronze at some point, it looks like. We need elven wood and hide. Elven wood, I suppose, comes from the trees here. But I don't know where to get bronze from just yet. Neither do we know where to get hide. Alright, so steel costs us iron ore as well as some coal. That should be easy enough. We just need some coal. And then my thought is, so if we cut down a tree somewhere around here, maybe the wood gives us a recipe for something else. And then we need to make a workbench. You know, I wonder why I didn't think of that sooner. Although, to be fair, I didn't really want to deforest this area, because I do quite like the trees. But I suppose it makes sense that they would give, like, better wood. I wonder if these guys could also give us hide. But it seems like we're gonna need some sort of ranged weapon for that. Or get them stuck, that might work too. Well, we get meat and we get hide. Yes, alright. Let's see, so a workbench, a bit of iron, as well as some elven wood. Now we can make a bow and arrow. The arrows are pretty cheap, that's pretty good. The bow though needs some elven wood. We need more hide for the helmet as well. It's a tier 2 helmet even. And we need a ton of hide for the adventurer's backpack. Alright, let's craft up a bow, as well as a good set of arrows. Alright, let's see if we can hunt something. Hopefully it actually deals decent damage. 2 shots with the bow. It does not work on the bear, but I think we could probably easily kill it. Well, he destroys them like that? Man, this bear's a menace. At least we get quite a bit of elven wood. He should be low now, he's running for it. Oh, it was just a trick. Oh, we're out of arrows already. Alright, well, for the bear, I think that really means we're gonna need, like, actual steel weaponry. But we can also make the hat. And if we get, like, a couple more hides, we can actually get a backpack upgrade. That is a crazy amount of more space, actually. I mean, look at that. That's 3 full rows extra. That is pretty nuts. Alright, with that, we can actually craft ourselves the steel pickaxe, which also gives us an achievement. And we need a little bit more steel, and then we can actually make the steel hammer. And that shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, yikes, it actually takes a while. Luckily, though, we only need 1 for right now. Alright, with that, we should have enough steel. There we go. That is another upgrade. Alright, this means, though, if we can get a ton of stone going, we can actually fix up a lot of these structures that are around. It actually kind of looks like you can infinitely mine rock from these darker patches, because it doesn't actually seem to destroy it, but we do get stone. Now, let's see, because I think it was like 5 or 10? This one is 20 stone. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. We got the 20 stone. Alright, we got a fragment of the recipe for a shield. And there's another one here which also requires 20 stone. Elven arrow recipe. Well, fragment anyway. Yeah, these tinier stone piles. Way better to get actual stone. Well, let's fix up another statue. Alright, now we can actually make elven arrows. And now we learn how to make the shield. I think this is the last statue around here. So let's see what this one gives, because we don't have any fragments anymore. It just gives us coins. Still not 100% sure what we do with the coins, but I mean, I suppose we'll find out one day. Towards the beginning of the area, there was one of those family carvings locations. And I actually want to see what that gives. We only miss 1 more carving, so it shouldn't be that hard to gather. Now, these carvings shouldn't be too difficult to find. They're generally around larger structures. And as a bonus surprise, it seems like we're actually getting a statue here too. Well, we can have gloves as soon as we find the rest of the recipe. We're only missing... oh, we're missing 2, not just 1. That might be more problematic. Alright, what do we got over here? This looks pretty cool as well. Oh, is it bad to say this looks good enough to move the house towards? After we literally just finished up building it? Oh, we can now make the iron war axe. Oh, there's some farm patches here too. And there's a house here as well. We'll admit it is rather enticing. Now what is the... wait, that's a monument in the middle, isn't it? Next to another house. And that other house is pretty big too. It's not a monument though. I'm not 100% sure what this is. Or at least it's not something we can repair by the looks of it. I think this is literally the same house that we live in right now. Yeah, it is. Just in a different location. This one has plant pots though, but I don't like the placement of this very much. Alright, another statue to rebuild. And with that, we didn't learn anything? Oh, we got 1 coin presumably. Oh, this statue placement is kind of weird. But there we go, we can get the gloves now. This seems to be a rather fancy bar. How do you even get back here? What is this? Some beer?
Oh, there is an inn, a merry old inn, beneath an old grey hill. And there they brew a beer so brown that the man in the moon himself came down one night to drink his fill. The ostler has a tipsy cat that plays a 5-string fiddle, and up and down he runs his bone, a squeaking high, now purring low, now sawing in the middle.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Ooh, we can have a stove. It seems like we can get a lot of good stuff later down the line. Ooh, on my way back actually, I decided to check out the one house I didn't check in this area, and I found one of the carvings. Thinking about it, we also haven't really looked around here. We just fixed the statue and then ran off. Yep. That's where the last carving was. God damn it, I have to walk all the way back. This is the elven quarters. Well, behind that wall anyway. Alright, let's place down the carving. I was just gonna say, I saw place down 5 again. I was like, oh hell no. Right, we learned how to make a hat and how to make a shield. And we got some iron for doing it. Not really worth it. I would have liked to see some leg pieces, seeing as that is what we are missing. And we have a better hat anyway, seeing as what we just got was a tier 1 and we got a tier 2 from the elven quarters. It only took me over half an hour to find 2 of the remaining carvings. Let's see, let's make the gloves. I think that's honestly all we need, right? Because I don't really care much for the shield. Alright, with that, let's get going. Now that we have the steel pickaxe, we should easily hit for this compact dirt. And there we go. And I think...
the mines of Moria. I hope you lead to Dwarodelf, and some treasures along the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this looks to be the mines. We can take honey? Jesus Christ, that fucking noise. It was so loud. Here's another wizard's mark. The shadow grows strong in the mines. That's basically all the original text this one had. This one kind of goes all over the place. Also, I haven't really checked out what that glowy thing was. That's a history stone. Okay, it seems like there's still a lot of mithril in these mines. Alright, Durin's Highway is that away. It gives us so many waypoints now too, but a lot of them are the old ones and they don't seem to go away. Oh, it's because we can turn them off. Alright, well, let's do that then, I guess. Oh, what the heck? Ooh, some acidy speedy boys. Fuck, I didn't know there were gonna be spiders in here.
I need a better weapon for this.
Oh shit. Alright, well, spiders ain't gonna be doing it. I'm getting the feck out of here. Let's hope there's a way up here. It does not seem like it. Our one way is blocked by spiders. Actually, that seems to be the only way we can go. Yikes. Well, we can just rush past them. Suppose that would be a viable strategy. Fuck. Well, that's gonna be quite the pain to retrieve. Oh yeah, right, we also rested all the way at the start again. Oh, thank God it actually spawned the items up here. We don't have to actually go all the way down. Well, let's climb this death ladder again, but not look at that side for now. Alright, let's quickly try and get towards Durin's Highway. Something tells me we're gonna have to go quite a ways around. I found a journal page. Found in the mines, find the journal somewhere nearby, then replace the pages to gain knowledge of the range of this ranger. That could be pretty interesting to look for. We do kind of have to hurry up though. I do hope there's a house with a hearth somewhere around. There's another journal page. That looks like copper to me. There's also this statue. It's gonna require quite a lot of stone. But again, I'm just kind of hoping to rush real quick towards something that resembles a house. But hey, we found a hearth here. We have just enough stone, so that's fantastic. Alright, let's quickly craft ourselves a bedroll. We need some cloth scrap real quick. Mines of... Oh no, we're getting a siege. This is not good though, because we were really gonna have to look for cloth scrap. Oh, what the hell? What do you mean we need a better weapon? Oh, there's an actual orc here too. Not just some goblin man. So this could be quite dangerous. This could be really bad though. This guy keeps destroying our heart. If this breaks, we're gonna die just to despair soon. Ooh, yeah, well, our weapon broke. That's already pretty bad. Siege has ended. Okay, sweet. But I assume... Yeah, they're not gonna run away. Wow, we got one-on-one with this orc. We deal almost no damage to him, but yeah, we did it. Other problem is, I don't actually have any food around here either. And we can survive in this area, as long as we have the torch at least. Oh, what's this stuff? Silver ore. We need a stronger pickaxe. This looks like another copper rock. And I was right, that was copper. Then what the heck is this? Just some blood and some other white stuff that I don't want to know. Ooh, tin. Yeah, I imagine we need that in order to make the bronze. Yeah, like so far though, we found 2 cloth. And I think we needed like 6. Oh man. Oh, and these are actual orcs again too. Well, if we get stuck with these guys, we're gonna be in big trouble though. Oh really? More orcs around here too? I think we should run back towards our actual house in the elven quarters. I wonder if we can make the bronze in this furnace. We can, as long as we have a bellows. Oh, we can also now make steel here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need way more copper and tin. And what do we need for the actual bellows? We can also make an oven now. Well, when we have copper. We need steel for that. Well, steel isn't that hard to come by these days. I guess let's just go gather up a little bit of copper then. No, I guess it's these white splotches, right? Oh, that's iron. What the heck? Well, it was white combined with red, I'm pretty sure then. Well, let's hope that the copper vein also has some tin for us. That'd be fantastic. And let's see what we can get from fixing up the statues in here. A Last Alliance Mall.
All that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. From ashes a fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall spring. every new shall be blade that was broken. The crownless again shall be king.
We're getting some other things as well. Some other, like, ores or gemstones. Semi-precious gem. Gotta admit, this copper is, like, annoyingly high. So it's kind of difficult to mine it. Yeah, I think that's as far as we can get. However, though, 35 copper, not too shabby. Found another damaged statue. Steel battle axe. So what the heck is this? Danger level, some danger. That doesn't sound good. Can rebuild the steam vent? What does that even mean? Is it like covered up now or something? No, we have to fix more of it by the looks of it. It also seems like every time we hit the rock, the danger meter gives us a bit of a pulse. So that probably means that the danger in this area is the orcs and not the vents. I'm gonna dig a bit deeper and hope that we can find some tin. Alright, I killed those bats. And they dropped something. Their drop-ins. And now we can make farms at home. Get the heck out of here, bat. So it seems like we're digging back towards the elven quarter. Oh, this is not back towards the elven quarter. This is danger. Well, I did not mean to dig straight into an orc encampment.
Moria is ours.
Moria is ours. We're gonna face quite a bit of trouble here. It seems like we can technically go through. I do want to see what's on the other side. Let's just bust open the door real quick and check it out. What's up, orky boys? Oh my god, there's so many here. Oh, and they jump down too. Don't really know where the heck we are, but... Well, this was supposed to lead us... Well, shit. I guess this does not lead to the elven quarters then. What's that? Precious gem, so we need a stronger pickaxe. I feel like we're getting ourselves into deeper trouble by going this way. And that trouble, it doesn't seem to be worth it. I think this is for, like, after we got everything from the mines, presumably. Seeing as we need stronger pickaxes to mine the things around here. Alright, well, that didn't really work out as well as I hoped. We should, however... Yeah, we finally have enough for a bedroll. And it should be late enough during the night that it's actually daytime now. Yeah, it's dawn. Good. Alright, I think our next course of action, we just have to go towards Durin's highway. There is another way over there. Maybe there's some tin in that direction? The hell is going on out there? Okay, I see some copper over there. There's some coal over here. I see damage numbers as well. Like, what the fuck they doing over there? Yo, my guys, what is up over here? Like, why are they getting damaged out here? Sorry, I'm just gonna walk through here real quick. Oh, they got spider invasions. Oh, I'm getting out of here then. You guys can fuck with that on your own. I'm out. I'm not dealing with those. Those are just as bad. And we have another siege coming. I don't think I want to deal with that, to be honest. It's not really, like, my main base anyway. What is this? This doesn't look like... That's a regular fucking goat. Yeah, that's a mountain goat. What the hell? I didn't know those were in the game. Yeah, Moria has, like, a lot of different, like, animals. It's kind of insane. Alright, well, Durin's Highway definitely not the way to go. But then we are also kind of stuck. The siege has ended, which is good. I didn't see any damage numbers. Meaning there shouldn't be many, or honestly any at all. Yeah, okay, good. You can just outlast them by being in a different room. And this mine is, like, filled with iron, but no tin. I think the only location we haven't really searched yet is on top. That is one massive iron patch in the back there. Alright, it doesn't seem like there's an actual way up, so I guess we just have to make our own. I don't think tin is supposed to be this rare, but I guess it's what you get with a randomly generated world after all. Some worlds just aren't lucky. I am quite surprised that we're not finding like any tin though, because look at how much we explored. That is quite a bit. Alright, I think I'm gonna explore more of this side of the map, but there are some more ways we can actually go. So wait, what is over here? Because the map doesn't show a route. Oh shit. I don't think I wanted to see that. They could have just stayed back there. Oh, so this right here has a little bit of red on it. So that is what we're looking for. There we go, we got some more tin ore. The downside of it though is it's just a very small deposit. Found some random meat here. I'm not 100% sure why yet, but we did find two statues right next to each other. Oh, finally we can get some boots. Ah, did we just get hit by a rock? Is that what's going on here? And some gauntlet. I would have liked the other recipe. Oh no, there's spiders there. I actually do kind of wonder what they give though. Natural fibers. They're actually not as tough as I thought they would be, seeing as we got great damage on them. Oh. Well, I found a ranger's journal, but that wasn't the O. There's some more shadow around here. Steel sword. You know, I'll take that, seeing as bronze isn't a thing we seem to be getting. But there seems to be another shadow vent here. Does it protect anything? Doesn't seem it. Wait, does it say parsnips? It does say parsnips. The heck is this?
The crystal descent should be able to fix the mine hoist to get down there.
My god, I don't think we want to go down there. I see more shadow stuff. Can I make a rune table, though? Like, I think the biggest problem here is that we're gonna need 15 black diamonds. And here's another map stone. We can actually fix it up if we get a little bit more stone. Can we destroy these crystals? So we can make crystal flares now. Not sure if that's too helpful, to be honest. So I guess I'll just gather up some stone real quick. See what that map stone does. Now, I did read that there's teleportation in the game, so my biggest guess is that we unlock fast travel, and that would be fantastic. Ooh, and there's also some tin here. Should have probably destroyed this one first, but to save some stone. That's 5 tin ore, that is really good. Oh yeah, we can fast travel now. So now we're in the lower depths. The western halls where we were a second ago. And then it seems like there's Dworodelf and Bara Zinbar. Alright, so we have basically 3 entire areas to explore still, damn. And that's only like depth-wise. Wait, did we not just mine this? Did it respawn already? Well, whatever the case, we got a little bit extra tin then. Also, there's something up there. It seems to be a nest, but... Can we... Oh, we can take feathers from it. Well, good to note that that is a thing. Well, we mined up 9 tin. That should hopefully be enough for a weapon, at least. Okay, so we're gonna need black diamonds in order to make our own map stone. So we're gonna need to figure out how to make those. My big guess would be... Hey, come back here. My big guess would be the rune table, as that is what we did unlock with it. Select a rune and an item. Boost damage against orcs. Oh, okay, so that's how that works. So, no, the rune table is not how we get black diamond. Then my next guess, if we go towards Durin's highway, maybe that is where we find it. Seeing as I doubt I want us to go down to that layer yet, but that is kind of annoying that map stones are locked off then. Let's see. The other thing we need is the bellows, so we're gonna need more elven wood for that. Which sadly means more chopping trees. They don't seem to respawn, which is kind of annoying. Let's place it kind of out of the way here, though. And now we can make a gem cutter. Alright, good. Maybe the gem cutter is where we can actually make the black diamonds. And we're gonna need some special type of wood for it. Well, I'm not gonna get into that. However, let's make as much bronze as we can, which is only 3 of them, sadly. But I suppose it is what it is. Alright, well, the issue is we cannot make that bronze weapon here. So we'd have to go to the forge. Alright, one of the orc guys is following us, but should be alright. We can actually test out our new weapon on them. So this a bit faster. The charge attack does some quick damage, but it's pretty damn slow to charge up. I'm really gonna have to get used to the timing here a little bit, because it's fast, but the initial hit is a little slow. Alright, it's afternoon, so it's getting kind of late, but it should be fine, because I think by the time it gets dark, we should be basically at the end of the mines, and we do have a bed there that we can use to sleep in. Okay, well maybe we got in here a bit faster than I thought we were. In that case though, let's just keep on marching. So there was this little orc outpost here. Oh, look at that though. Yeah, we finally deal regular damage now, which is good. I don't get why he doesn't, like, do this quick stab sometimes. It's kind of weird. Actually, I'm looking at it. Our weapon's already almost broken. There's so many guys just falling down, it's ridiculous. It's the Orc Ranger camp. Ooh, we can actually, if we find one more journal piece, we can actually fix it. There's quite a lot of these orc guys around. Oh, damn. They sniped us. Alright, so it might be crazy, but I think I'm gonna bring the supplies for a repair smithy with me. Because I don't feel like running all the way back after we just collected our gear. I'll just put it down in the outpost we got at the mines. Oh no, they broke our hearth here. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I mean, we can probably rebuild it, right? Yeah, they dropped like everything we need for it. See, the repair smithy. And then, of course, also the meal table. And while we're in this area, I may as well just claim this bedroll real quick. Now let's get our stuff again. Yeah, let's just try to sneak out, repair our stuff, and then we come back here. You know, it's kind of weird that this map stone actually requires a black diamond and the other one didn't. I'm pretty sure it was the same at spawn, that one also required a black diamond. Seems like actually there's also a small room over here. Let's check this one out real quick, maybe it has a rune, page. Well, it has some statues at least. Come on, why? We get so many half recipes, it's kind of annoying. Okay, there we go, we can finally make pants. Ooh, there's the final ranger page. Well, this seems kind of interesting. Oh, okay. We're not allowed to jump into the water here, but we can just build our way across. Is there anything? Who knows? But they must try to keep us out for a reason. So what is that in the middle of the shadow vent, I wonder? Alright, quick. Damaged Durin lamp, alright. Alright, well that is quite interesting. I wonder what we can do with that. I didn't really check what it required to fix, but I don't think we had the materials. I wonder if that actually gets rid of the shadow stuff. Alright, we're back at this location again with the goblin men. A horde's coming. Why?
Drums, get ready to fight.
Oh, come on. I just wanted to take care of them. Oh boy. There's already so many again. Oh, we learned how to make a kettle. Nice, I guess. Don't know why we suddenly learned that. Oh, we're grabbing a bunch of ores, oh. Oh, they dropped that. Ah, so this horde is actually good. Oh man, I didn't block in time. Gotta admit, this episode's not really doing so well with deaths. There's still so many, dude, Jesus Christ. But there's a lot of steel ingots though, so I guess that is good. Ooh, when the spear broke? Oh man. Unfair. Oh, there was a map piece in here too. Well, it rebuilt the journal, I guess. And we can make some new things. Nice. I can't believe that we already have to backtrack. It's kind of insane. Another horde is incoming? Why? Oh, of course, I repaired everything except for the bloody weapon I have. At least they start dropping stuff, so that's good. Like a bunch of steel? Okay, maybe if I'm lucky I can quickly run in here, start cooking. We're gonna need that HP soon. And also gets nighttime. Alright, well we dealt with the ones here, but horde's still coming. What the hell, man? There's just an entire new horde again? Oh, my weapon broke again. Alright, there we go. Another horde done. Is what I would have said if... What the hell? Dude. This is not funny anymore. This is also an infinite horde or something. Why are there so many? Oh, finally, the horde is over. We still have to deal with the stragglers, I assume. Which means that big guy back there, too, that I haven't even seen yet in the game. Now it should just be the big guy left, unless he ran off. Which it looks like he did, thank God. Not gonna lie though, that was kind of ridiculous. So we can finally make some boots, and with that we have a full armor set. Alright, now we're getting a bit to the danger zone, as there are quite a lot of orcs here. But also spiders, so luckily they keep busy. Let's see, the game wants us to go this way. A horde is incoming already? Oh man. Is it because we're not killing them and they have time to like shout for reinforcements? Oh look, we can actually see it! Yeah, good thing we have so much armor because I missed a lot of the blocks. Ooh, yeah, they're actually broken for our armor now, so this could be quite the problem. We're getting slowly pushed into Durin's highway. We are being pushed in here. Well, I'm gonna have to run back now because, well, my spear broke. Well, if anything though, it teaches me how these bloody weapons work in the game. There's actually quite a lot of different things you can do with them. And I might just make a video all about that. Ooh, we got a black diamond from here. Alright, what's up with the rune?
Arik, it is good to see you. Every path has led to more curses.
Curses on all roads, even on upper levels.
Durin's beard. What evil is this?
Evil. Shadows. Ill news. There is a way. Ancient way. Down. Down in the deeps. A risk, but a way to the eastern stairs.
Oh, the old pilgrim road from myth. It's real. Then we have a plan. Thank you, Arik.
will scout to the eastern stairs. Fly well, dwarf.
Alright, find the crystal descent. Well, we already know the location of that, luckily. So we need to get our way to the lower deeps. And we do happen to know that... Is this it? Yeah, this is the crystal descent right here. Which is on like the complete opposite side, of course. Also something cool that I realized when playing with another friend. You'd actually hit those and they actually light up, which is pretty cool looking. And there we go, we can make a steel sword. Alright, then let's see what we get from this one. The Last Lion's Maul. Alright, so the interesting thing as well is they're supposed to drop orc keys. Weirdly enough though, they don't in this world. Yeah, for a game all about mining, stone is actually something you don't get very often. Alright, rebuild statue 1. That gave us a coin. I thought we still had some recipes though. Is this just a rock wall? It is, nice. First time I guess I'm happy about not finding ores in these walls. Oh, never mind, there's some coal in here. And there we go, we got better gauntlets. That is tin. Oh my god, it's been hiding in here all along. Oh, there's eggs in this one, in this bird's nest. Can make a king's omelet. And then there are some feathers in this one, I may as well take those. So yeah, this is where the tin has been hiding all along. Our inventory is already full? Alright, night is falling. Let's quickly finish up exploring this area, because I don't think we have many rooms left on this floor. The steel battle axe, nice. Yeah, I was kind of hoping not to fight them, but I feel like maybe we don't actually have a choice. Although, we can go up here. Oh my goodness, they can actually shoot real far. And we get just a coin from that. This goes down pretty damn deep. So we need to see if we can get to the other side. And let's see what this marking has to say. Anyway, down to the deeps, there's a faint foulness in the air. And I kinda don't think... Oh, screw it. Torch has gone out? Of course it has. This is the final room here, alright. Question is, does it contain anything? And a horde is incoming. I don't really want to fight orcs in this area though, because it's rather small. So let's quickly fix this up and then run. Alright, we just get coins for that. I think that's every single statue in this area. I want to make it as far back as I can. I don't really care much about the actual dying, because honestly, it's just a quicker way to deal with the horde, right? Yeah, I'm looking at the danger meter. When I just ignore the orcs, it definitely starts going up. Oh, come on, there's already a horde? Not even back at my own base yet. Yeah, orc hordes happen way too quickly. Ooh, there's a big guy over there. Ooh, and we cannot block those. I mean, it makes sense, but could have blocked anything else in the game. Right, as long as we have armor here, should be doing good. Hell yeah, we did it. He didn't drop anything? So disappointing. We need 3 black diamonds for a map stone. Kinda yikes, not gonna lie. So my plan was to run all the way back to our hideout. See if we can create a map stone, because we did actually fix one up over here. Alright, there we go, find the crystal descent. We need 15 of them? There must be a way to actually get those easily, right? What else do we need? Fiber and a bunch of elven wood. Alright, I guess while we're back at the base anyway, I want to do something that I keep forgetting. And that is putting this rune on my spear, because now it should deal extra damage to orcs. And these are tier 2 gloves and ring mail. So honestly, we should probably invest in those. Do need a bit more height, but that shouldn't be a big deal. And then everything we have should be tier 2. So it says it's being hoarded by orcs. So I wonder if this is one of those things that is just kind of glitched out again on this world for reasons. Which I hope it's not. And I did want to go kill some orcs, but seeing as it's getting nighttime, probably not the best idea. So I'm gonna see if we can actually destroy this goblin camp. So these goblin men, they should also drop a key that goes to their chest, but they haven't been doing that at all either. Let's see, what if we destroyed a flag? That might actually be enough already. Ooh, that actually dropped us the orc key, which holds, well, nothing special. But maybe that's how we actually got the orc keys, and I thought it was dropped by the goblin men? Well, whatever the case, it's good to see that they actually drop it. So that means that maybe we can get the black diamonds from their bases as well. So let's go sleep and check that out in the morning. Yes, 2 black diamonds, so this is how we can get them. Well, that changes a lot, actually, of what we're going to be doing. Because that means we're going to have to find a bunch more orcs. No black diamond on this one, though. Seeing as they drop from the chest, that would mean that everything in the elven quarters could also drop it, I would imagine. And this entire side just mostly had spiders, so there weren't many orc camps, sadly. I mean, I'm sure an hour ago there wasn't, sadly. Also, actually thinking about it, we still had a bunch of stuff over on this side of the map. There were like a bunch of orc villages. You know what that means? A lot of black diamonds. Black diamonds? Yes, there's another 2. And something new. Lowlight. I don't think we had that gem before. Well, I gotta admit, there's quite a few of them around. But only the ones with the armor are kind of annoying to deal with. Seeing as the other one just kind of died from the spear attack. Let's get the orkies. We had 2 of them, sweet. And it seems like there's one on the other side as well. I mean, this was a bit tougher than your regular orc encampment, so glad there is 2. And this one had 2 black diamonds as well, sweet. Now it's getting nighttime. We should honestly just head back. At least that would be the smarter call to make, I imagine. We got some precious gems, but I cannot take those. Instead of going back though, let's just keep on going. So we went back last time because, well, there was a bunch of orcs around, and also can't really do anything here, as it seems like there's just a bunch of precious metals and that's about it. And we need a stronger pickaxe for this. Ooh, we died. Got stabbed in the back, or hit in the back. Now I'd love to repair my stuff, of course, but I don't feel like running all the way back just yet. There we go, Orky. Another 2 black diamonds, heck yeah. Another fallen dwarf. And a goblin that seems to be imprisoned. Our armor is already broken, but I do really quickly want to see what's over here. Yeah, we're going back. I don't have the armor nor the spear to deal with a boss guy. I'll be repairing my armor and then immediately go back. Wonder what the boss drops then. Like, I feel rather confident, because I think we have pretty much the best gear we can have up to this point. Tier 2 seems to be the strongest stuff we can have. We have runes on our spear here that deal extra damage to him. We got some healing food, just 2 of them, but that should be fine. Alright, we made it back to their stronghold. Let's see what this boss is all about. Okay, well, he seems to be taking good damage, but also, there's a lot of other guys around. I'm getting flung. Damn. Come on, orkies. Can we just have a nice one-on-one battle? It's actually kind of hard to hit him, not gonna lie. Because he just does an attack and then we get sent flying. Ouch. Yeah, it's a couple hits and then we have to run. Well, block. And we run by ourselves, I guess. I think for a fight like this, maybe a shield would be handy. Because I feel like our spears is gonna break. Man, the fucking voice lines on this, though, are kind of annoying because it's just the same 2 things. Okay, we almost have him. Actually, that didn't even deal as much durability damage as I thought it would. So that is kind of good. It's just kind of stressful, because I think 1 or 2 hits would actually kill us. Yeah, I think 1 more flurry and it will do it. We got him, we got him. Yes! Oh, he dropped 8 black diamonds? That was really good. And it seems like all the orcs left as well. Yeah, look at that, we got 18 black diamonds now. Hell yeah. And there's some chests here too with more black diamonds. And this one, even more. And also a lot of money. I don't know what to do with the money yet, but that is good to have. Well, black diamonds galore, I suppose. Let's really quickly run back to our elven quarter hideout. So something interesting I've noticed while we were destroying a bunch of those orc camps. It seems like the danger meter is gone now. So we could have saved ourselves a lot of time by just destroying those camps. As I will admit, even though I kinda hated having to fight them constantly, I did learn a lot about combat, because it is a bit more in-depth than just your basic surface-level combat system, even though it doesn't really look like it much, nor does it really tell you that it is. I will admit, though, that the boss fight kinda lacking. I mean, it was pretty easy. I feel like he had to do that fight as well, seeing as otherwise I doubt you can get enough black diamonds. While we're back at the base as well... There we go, we made a tier 2 shirt. So now everything is tier 2, we should be a lot tougher again. We also have our very own map stone. I think I'm gonna put that upstairs here. So now we could travel to the Crystal Descent whenever we want. Which, pretty good. Man, that was quite the adventure already. With that though, we officially explored everything in the western hall so we can explore at the moment, seeing as this part right here goes to Durin's Highway and it's blocked off. Same over on this side. And then this goes to the Crystal Descent, which is our next destination. So now we should be able to just jump down here, right? Something I did notice though when fast traveling is it completely eats for your stamina. I was at full energy at first. I thought it was an elevator, man. I guess it's just a giant ladder. There's a bunch of spiders down there, as well as the shadow. So how do we get down there is the question. Can we make this jump? That was probably fucking stupid, but hey, we did it. There's more ores down here. Ooh, there's a ladder here, nice. It's teaching us about making ladders. That would be great, but I actually did not pick up any of the fibers, so we cannot make them. Ooh, what's that yellow glowing ore? We're not gonna figure that out anytime soon. So it seems like we're not gonna come back up. Or not anytime soon, anyway. Yeah, should have probably grabbed those fibers. Well, luckily, another way to get down is simply by platforming. I'm scared, because if I fall, I'm dead. Hey, get out of here. No! Fucking bats. Alright, luckily we do have quite a lot of natural fibers. So something I quickly want to talk about are these things. So I made myself a treasure trove, which you can get by building yourselves a treasure cache. That unlocks a treasure pile. When you build the treasure pile, you unlock the treasure trove. And we can put stuff in here. For now, I just have my money in here. And as you just saw, we can admire it. And we can also honor this memorial flame. These give us boost. The hero spirit will give us a energy boost. And the treasure pile gives us bonus damage to orcs. So it's pretty good to have around. Alright, well, we're back here again. Let's hope we can make an actual platform down here. While building on ladders, probably not the easiest thing. Alright, let's see what this wizard mark has to say. A way down to the deeps. There's a foulness in the air. I think we already read this one. I do remember it. Oh man, how the hell are we gonna go down? I think it wants us to cross here. I'll make the most rigid bridge mankind can make, or dwarf kind in this case. Up. Alright. There we go, we are down. So what is this? This seems like... Oh, map stone. Yeah, we need that, we need that. We're gonna need some more stone though, but we can luckily just get that from pretty much anywhere. Alright, there we go, fix that up. Oh, there's a history stone here, but we have to fix it in order to read it. Seems like we need some sort of granite, but I'm unsure how to get that just yet. Unless it's this darker stone. Well, it's iron ore and stone. Also, the danger meter is back. And that sounds like aliens.
The darkest deeps, the best spot to find the precious gems.
Oh, alright, thanks for that information, mate. So can we destroy... Yeah, we can destroy those. Oh, interesting. So by destroying these mushrooms, we actually get the some wood. These are tougher again. These are definitely tougher again. These don't look like they're wearing any armor. And yet, they're too strong for us at the moment. I mean, we can still take them, of course, but... I thought holding a torch would actually get us... Oh, we're poisoned? Is that your doing, mate? Are you guys poisoning me? Do you think we can make it back just in time? We just hit this. Do we die on the way somewhere? Because we're definitely gonna die the second we come back. Well, good news and bad news, I suppose. The good news is we're no longer poisoned. Because it seems like traveling actually takes real time, but it doesn't kill you, luckily. Bad news, though. Yeah, we're too hungry to fall asleep. We're about to die either way. Ah, we died while repairing. But let's see. The gem cutter? This is an attachment to the forge here. And then we should be able to make... It looks like we also learned how to make the first age sword. But we need silver, rubies, some more of that wood and leather. But, oh man, yeah, of course, we just used up all the wood in order to make the gem cutter. Well, in that case, let's just explore the depths a bit more. Alright, I think 13 pieces is probably enough for right now.
This must be it. The ancient pilgrim road Arik spoke of. I hope it still leads to the eastern stairs, the way back up.
Alright, there seems to be an orc camp over there. Wait, they're fighting each other? Hold up a second, I'm just gonna wait here for a sec then. Oh damn, well this guy's sauce. He isn't as tough though, luckily, as the other guys that we just faced. These just seem to be like regular goblins and shit again. Oh nice, they destroyed their own camp. Who was this, an amethyst? And this is a ranger's journal page. Now, I don't think we need that anymore, but seeing as we get it here, I suppose we just hang on to it for a second. Did that say... Oh, that's resin. And this granite, the stuff we needed. Alright, so we need a stronger pickaxe. So yeah, we definitely need that first age pickaxe. Got some blaze streams as well. Because I'm just gonna head back towards base real quick. We'll fix up the new pickaxe. And then we go mining for some silver at the mines of Moria. And there were a bunch of precious gems in the orc village as well. So we could potentially take those. Alright, let's see. First age pick. Let's craft that up. Now we can make a quarry master. What do we need for that? Silver ingots? Yeah, I guess we may as well take it. Seems like this is just a pickaxe, but big. I guess since we have to make it at the Great Forge as well, I can also start making the Zarok's torch. We have all the supplies for it anyway, and this one basically is an infinite lasting torch. Oh, we got a ruby from somewhere. I actually didn't even notice that. Wait, that means we can make... Where did it go? Something. What the hell were we trying to make again? I forgot. Was it the sword that we wanted to make? Yeah, it was the sword. Alright, yeah, right. We needed leather as well as iron for or silver ingots for it. I assume leather can be made in the loom. So we need more wood for that as well as silver. That is our next golden, I guess. But there was this deposit up in the mines. Oh, this is also covered in granite. Oh, we now learned how to make a roasting pit. Which I imagine is an upgrade for the oven, perhaps? As well as a tiled hearth. Let's go check out the precious gems. So these things just say precious gems. Is it just a random selection of gems? I mean, we already got a sapphire from just mining the granite. Let's see if the other ones give anything different. Or is it all just sapphire? Well, this one is sapphire yet again. Yeah, right. It could just be that it's sapphire on this layer of the mine. And then the deeper down we go, we can find different gems in those pockets. Alright, let's see what it costs to smith up some silver ingots. Just silver ore, that's pretty nice. We also got a bunch of onyx, by the looks of it. Not really sure where we got that one from. I also just noticed there's a granite building section now. Ooh, and this actually has stairs. I don't think the wood and stone had that, right? It has a bunch of railings now. Actually, seems like the new wood type had a bunch of new things, but yeah, still no stairs. Alright, I think I brought everything we need in order to make the quarry pickaxe. As well as that gem. Alright, back at the Great Forge of Narvi. Let's see, we want to have the Quarry Master. And Zarok's torch. Oh, that is quite interesting and also very annoying. We can only have one masterwork item? I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna make things kind of annoying. Alright, well, let's bring both of them back home. Let's see, can we put this in the chest? No. Alright, so it's gonna have to lay on the ground as well. Alright, let's quickly go back to the Crystal Descent, as there are a couple things left to be doing here. One, we're gonna need more wood, and two, there were a bunch of recipes to gather here as well. So let's go gather up those recipes. And we may as well try out our new Quarry Master pickaxe. Alright, let's see what kind of stuff we can get from here. Balrog ring mail. Alright, and we got some silver up here. Alright, that's a pretty large hole. Let's see how the regular pickaxe does in comparison. So that is... Oh, those were 2 hits. So that is a... quite a size bigger. If I didn't hit it twice, I think it's nearly like 50% larger. And also I just noticed that the masterwork is actually displayed on our back. Don't know how I missed that the entire time. The First Age Greatsword. That could also be quite an interesting one to create. Right, great. With this one, we can now officially make the First Age Greatsword. I'm gonna imagine that, of course, is better than our spear, but also a lot slower. Alright, I think this quarry pickaxe, pretty nice if we ever go out mining, but I won't be using it, like, at all times. I think having the torch is probably a better bet to take with us. We also have enough of the granite now, actually, to repair this history stone.
I had heard rumors about this place. How the ancient craftsmen of Belegost settled deep under Moria. I am glad to walk their halls once more.
Let's switch out this. Is the torch displayed on our back the entire time? There we go. We can actually put it on our back. That is good to know. Right, we're gonna need leather for this blade as well. But I guess we already had the First Age sword. We only have 1 ruby though. I think I will go make the greatsword because it's a weapon we haven't used yet. But again, we're gonna need leather, which probably means we're gonna need the loom. But we can finally make that now. So let's see. We can make our own hide now, which is fantastic. We're gonna need salt. How the heck are we gonna get salt? I would imagine the oven probably has something, maybe? The answer is no. But we can make some of these, the lambas, which is pretty good. There was the roasting pit. We need resin for that. Where did we see resin? I forgot. We also have the brew candles. Now, I kinda doubt this is gonna give us what we require, but who knows. Also have farm boxes. We may as well actually make one of these. Alright, let's see how that works. I'm just gonna put in some mushrooms. We can get some ink going. I'm just gonna make everything we don't have yet, because that is the surefire way to get items, I'd imagine. This thing can make better meals. We're gonna need resin once more. Okay, so we can just customize our gear, basically. So we need to get some resin. Let's go get the pickaxe out real quick. Now, we did see resin at the Crystal Descent somewhere. Now, my memory is worse than a fucking goldfish, so not 100% sure where we saw it again. This masterwork pickaxe makes it rather easy, I will admit. Oh my god, my inventory is already filled with resin. I love how the description says, an unlikely fuel from wood and trees, yet the way we get it is by mining. Alright, with the resin in hand, let's head back. Alright, we can now make the roasting pit. Ooh, it's his own thing, I did not expect that. Again, we need salt. Alright, and honestly, the only thing we haven't tried yet are these. The brew kettle, as well as the a chemical still. We might be able to produce salt in here, or at least make something that produces salt with this. So we need bronze and we need copper as well. Alright, interesting. So it looks like whenever you sleep, the coal gets used up, but it doesn't actually smelt. That's kind of annoying. Also, this really shows me that this little house, it does not have enough space at all. So I guess whenever we find a nicer location, we will just move out and go to that place. Right, we can make the brew kettle. Really just do not have the space in here. So I guess that means it's gonna go outside. Alright, this hoppy ale gives the drinker the hops. It raises max stamina and stamina regen. That actually is pretty good. Takes 15 whole minutes, goddamn. Alright, then let's see the still. I feel like that didn't do a thing. Upgrades to advanced... Okay, so now we can brew advanced ales when we get the recipe, I guess. Oh, I should have just kept reading. It says it right here. Only one masterwork can be carried at a time. Yeah, I did not read that part, but we figured that out on our own. So now we're back to square one, really. As it is something we need to advance clearly. Let's take a quick look around the Crystal Descent. Let's hope it's not as rare as the bloody tin was. I guess let's look a little deeper. Ah, there we go. Salt. So it's an ore that is found in the walls. Let's check out what's a little up ahead. Another Ranger's Journal page. I really feel like that's something we're gonna need in this area. We learned part of the boots. Ooh, what's this? This is not iron ore, is it? This looks way different, or is that because of the granite? Another Ranger's Journal page. Alright, I think I'm gonna collect these now then, because it seems like we're gonna need... Yeah, okay, we're finding a lot of them now. Can't even finish the sentence from the last one. Yeah, there might just be another Ranger's Journal in this area too then. Now that we have the salt though, we can head back. Let's craft up a bunch of leather. We also learned how to make a brew skin. You know what, may as well craft that up too, actually. We can actually hold the brew that we were making. Then next up, we were gonna go for the great sword. We only had one ruby, so that is that. Let's also infuse it with orc slaying power. Actually, it seems like we got multiple. Attacks do cold damage. Charge to slow enemies. Attack does fire damage. Charge to burn enemies. Alright, and then we also had the shockwave, but we had that one before. What does that cost? Ooh, that costs rubies, and this one costs amethyst. We don't even have those. Alright, let's just go with the good old orc slaying one. It's like the most annoying enemy anyway. And let's see what we can do with this bad boy. So this is a tier 3 weapon, so it should deal considerably more damage. Oh man, that was one hit from a charge one. Let's see how the bear fares against this. So we weren't able to deal proper damage to the bear because we needed a better weapon. Yeah, okay, we deal proper damage to him now. There we go. He's no big deal either anymore. I don't think we can hold a torch then, can we? No. But I guess it doesn't really matter, because we have the other torch anyway, the masterwork version. You know, for a greatsword, this thing actually slashes real quick. You know, these lambas, they're actually really good for what we want as well. They refill both health and energy. I think what we should do is we need to get all these blooms. They can be found here in the elven quarters, as well as the oaths that can be found in the mines. The blessings actually respawn from this statue right here, which is pretty good. Because the lambas would solve our energy draining issue when we go down with the teleportation thing, the map stone. So that is a good idea, and we should definitely work on that. So I guess my first instinct is to dash straight towards Pilgrim's Road. It's gonna be a long way. Well, we're running into issues right away here, as the way forward is kind of blocked by shadow vents. Ooh, we can now make Belagos gauntlets. Well, we're gonna have to go through the shadows, apparently. But we can kind of jump around it. Yeah, we can. Sweet. And then we can also see what this gives us. The first H crossbow. Oh, we already went for basically all the stone we have. That's insane. But we can also make the ring mill, which is good. This seems like it's going to be quite the special room. It's one of these big ones. I'm just going to eat something in advance so that we have our max stamina back. So what is going on over here then? Some nice little water features. A bunch of bats that are stuck over there. We can repair this map stone if we had black diamonds. There's also a way over here. Just kidding. We're gonna check out the big area first. Wait, those weren't bats. What the heck are you, man? Bloody moth? What did he drop? I'm not gonna pronounce that word. I have been there before.
Here it is. The ancient drain mechanism. Easy enough.
Easy enough. Yeah, I might be a Dutchman, mate, but I'm not sure what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, let's go over to that drainage facility over there. How the fuck are we gonna get over there, though? I assume that the water means death? Yep. Water equals death. Good to note. Well, if anything, we have gotten pretty good at building bridges. Fuck. Alright, well, never mind. We aren't that great at building bridges. So it seems like it does need to stick to something. Otherwise it breaks. I guess that is good to note. So that probably means that my idea of building a bridge all the way to the other side is just not gonna work. However, though, that means it will. Oh, I guess this does not count? That is kind of odd. Like, you can place it so you would think it counts. I guess this counts because this isn't red. Alright, well, good. What the fuck? No, no.
What is that? Monster in the water. Is that another creature?
Dude, the hell? How the hell are we gonna go towards that? I don't think our tiny bow's gonna do much, is it?
Oh, it's useless. It needs more power.
Yep, it needs more power. Oh, get out, get out. Alright, that is not the way to go, I imagine. We might need the crossbow. We might even need more power. Well, it's getting quite dark in here. Ooh, and poisonous. We can pick up the poison mushrooms. Not sure if we want to, but we did it. Now at least we have a new recipe. The poison is kind of bad, not gonna lie. Right, gonna have to eat some more bread. Alright, there's another statue here. Did we even get anything from this? Oh, we got 1 coin from it. Oh, fantastic. Hey, what's over here then? An orc encampment and they're not home? Well, then mind if I do? Ooh, these are some new bars. I kind of wish we could find a black diamond though, not gonna lie. As with the black diamond, we can actually fix up the map stone that we found earlier. Pilgrim, a road marker 2. Alright. He said something... Hey, no. Bad spider. Oh, there's a library. Get out of here, spiders. I'm guessing this will lead to the library though. That is not where we have to go, but it is what I will be checking out. Actually, it might be where we have to go. Looking at the map, we can't really... Well, we have to go back. Back it, let's check out the library.
Oh, the source of the Kibil Nala. One of the reasons Durin built Khazad-dûm. This really is worthy of a pilgrimage.
Well, not what I expected, I will admit. Let's check it out. Ooh, we can start singing here.
no stain yet on the moon was seen. No words were laid on stream or stone when Durin woke and walked alone. He named the nameless hills and dells. He drank from yet untasted wells. He stooped and looked in mirror and saw a crown of stars appear as gems upon a silver thread above the shadow of his head.
Nice.
Till Durin wakes from sleep.
I actually learned a new recipe from that. Is that part of the regular forge? What the heck is this? Ironwood pickaxe? I have no idea what this is. This is probably for later though, because we need ironwood. We don't have that yet. Citadel forge. Is this where we're gonna have to smith some of this new armor as well? So this is what we learned. Needed to rebuild the eastern stairs. Alright, so we're gonna have to make this eventually. Luckily we did find the ingots already for it, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, it's nighttime, which is not really ideal. But I guess let's just keep going. Oh, what's up, Mr. Orky man? You're dead. We can rebuild the monument. And we can also start singing here. Nice.
The world was fair, the mountains tall in elder days before the fall of mighty kings of Nargothrond and Gondolin, who now beyond the western seas have passed away. The world was fair in Durin's day.
And immediately a horde's incoming. At least they were nice enough to wait until I was done singing. I think these purple skinned dudes are the ones that actually poison. Even when you block, I'm pretty sure they can do it. So much stuff laying on the ground now. Most of it were just coins though. We do get a couple more of these shine ore ingots, I think it's how you pronounce it, but probably not. Oh, there's actually an orc camp here. After not stopping me, I'm just gonna steal their loot. Well, I don't know where they are. They're clearly not spawning anymore. Alright, yikes, we're gonna have to go over a shadow vent. I have no idea where the heck the horde has gone though. Oh, here's one more. Okay, there we go. We got victory. I think we're actually nearing the Pilgrim's Road now. I'm destroying all of these now so that there's one less orcs. Because they don't respawn. Did I not just pick up the key? Where the hell did the key go? Huh, I thought I picked up the key. Well, must have been something that went wrong. There's another orc outpost right here. And they don't seem to be home, so I'll be destroying it. Well, again, no black diamonds, sad. Actually, I wonder if we can just destroy the chest and then everything drops out. Well, we can destroy it, that's for sure. There we go. Okay, so this is how we do get all the stuff out of there. 2 black diamonds. That's all I needed, really. Alright, with the black diamonds, we could potentially fix up a map stone that we found somewhere. We got another Pilgrim Road history stone. We didn't have to fix this one, interestingly enough.
The way forward is flooded. But they would have had drain pumps. It must be nearby.
Oh no. That means that we're really gonna have to fight that one monster, don't we? There's also a statue there that I would like to fix. So now we need to get our way over there without falling into the shadow vents. That is the ideal thing anyway. Right. There we go. Oh no, we're in the shadow. We're in the shadow. No. We can make his pants now at least. All we can do now is run as far forward as we can. And of course our poison again. Because I stupidly jumped right into Poison Cloud. Alright, we retrieved our stuff. Luckily the poison isn't as severe here. Alright, we're back at the draining pumps. Let's fix up the ruined mapstone. There we go, now we can at least go back here. We will have to figure out how the heck to fight whatever the heck that thing is. And this area seems to have quite a lot of vents. Okay, yeah, probably not the best way to go. The reason I just jumped in is because we were right next to this mapstone anyway, and we can just teleport home. Huh. I didn't know you could actually die during the fast travel. I thought it would just keep you alive. Oh, come on, and it kills us over there. Let's get our stuff real quick. Now watch us die of starvation and we have to do this again. Well, I'm looking at our forge and we can't seem to craft those new items. The only place I can see them is the Khazad-dûm Forge, which is different from the Forge of Narvi. We're also still missing a bunch of recipe fragments for this one, for the first age crossbow, which we might need. So my assumption is either I'm stupid and I missed a forge somewhere. However, that's highly unlikely, seeing as we went for every room. My other guess is that there is another forge located on the lower deeps, and that is what we need. There are a couple other paths we can take. The one right in front of us is sadly blocked by shadow vents, so we're gonna have to figure out a long way around. I did get quite a bit of stone, so if we find any statues that are broken, we can easily fix them up. Okay, I don't think there is anything worth of note in this room. This room's also filled with the shadow vents, so can't even really go there either way. That's kind of the problem I find in this area, is there's a lot of those. There we go, we learned another fragment of the crossbow. And with hope, this is the last one. And it is! Nice! God damn it, I stepped into the shadow for too long. But that is one of the things we came out here for. And we get coins from this one, alright. We also get coins from this one. I'm guessing that means we already have basically all the recipes of this area, which actually happened rather fast. Well, that's quite the odd shape over here. What is this? Oh, it's a wizard's mark. The dark of the deeps hold glittering treasures, but something foul also lurks in the damp pits. Of course, Kendall couldn't say what it was.
The darkest deeps, the best spot to find the precious gems.
You know, we kept doing those lines right when I was crossing this, and I think last time as well. I wonder if we can actually get down there. What is below these dark, deep pits? A lot of darkness, that's for damn sure. Dark mine shaft. Oh, fuck. Well, we are down. Let's see what kind of precious gems they have in the wall here. Alright, we are slowly taking damage, which isn't good. I do kind of want to look around here, though. Okay, they have spiders here. Well, could have expected that. I don't really see anything besides a bunch of gems. Unless we can go way deeper, but I think we need a better light source, to be honest. The darkness is just killing us too much. Alright, let's hope we get out of here quick, though. Ooh, we just made it. And luckily the darkness also stops damaging us immediately. Well, not sure if it was worth it, just to get some amethyst. Well, darkness is falling. It shows that there is another way over here, and there should be like an entire other area, but I can't seem to find it. Seeing as some of the rest is grayed out, it might just be glitched and still showing the map from below. Alright, we made it back to the entrance of the Crystal Descent, which means we can use the mapstone here to get back home. So now we should be able to make this, the first age crossbow. Very nice, and we can also make the bolts for it. We're gonna need quite a bit of the mushroom wood, but that's alright, we just gather some up while we're out down there. Alright, with all that, let's see. I guess just going back to the Crystal Descent is a good idea. As from here, there should be multiple ways to go still. It's kind of complicated now because there's like multiple layers you can traverse, which does not really work well on this map, in my opinion. I also shouldn't forget to harvest some of the wood here. Oh, there's a big guy here. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was pretty damn dangerous. The trolls? Not really the most ideal to fight, not gonna lie. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to run back real quick. We survived on I don't even know how many HP. Well, we haven't gotten far in this route, and hopefully the orcs should stay down. So we just have to run back real quick and fix up our armor. Oh no, we're under siege. I don't have the stamina for this. Oh, screw it, it shouldn't be too difficult, I hope. Well, that siege was pretty easy. Yeah, you know what? Since it's late afternoon anyway, I'm just gonna go back to the Crystal Descent and chop up some wood until it's nighttime. Alright, well, the axe broke. I expected it to be night sooner than that. We didn't actually manage to harvest a lot of wood with the axe. Only 23 of them. I really do hope, though, that we're gonna get a better axe later down the line. because this one is really bad. Unless the battle axes also count as regular axes, which I should probably test one day. Alright, so now we have 75 bolts. I hope that that is enough to defeat that kraken thing, but honestly, who knows? Let's head back towards that troll, and this time beat him up. The orcs are back too. Okay, I'm just gonna go and try beat him up. Damn, that's a lot harder than I thought, to be honest. There we go, we did it. Damn. Oh, they're protecting an orc encampment or something. Warren of the Deep Orcs. So this is potentially also where we're gonna find another boss again. We don't really have any armor at the moment, but as long as there's no ogres around here, we should be alright. Or trolls. The only other problem though is they do poison us, which is rather annoying. Especially since I'm now out of food. However, if I can quickly just destroy these flags, we should be alright. Ooh, tiny fucking orc thought he could sneak up on me from behind. Well, to be honest, they might. Yeah, there were a lot more than I thought there were this time. I think what I'll take with me this time is the supplies to make the smithy as well as a hearth. While we're out here, I'm not 100% sure how these things work. They say they need light, but maybe that means that they have to be like directly underneath those things? The crystals? I tried to put a torch above it, but that doesn't seem to help either. Okay, I grabbed the stuff. There's so many, Jesus Christ. Wait, if you have a second, let me redo my inventory, and I'll come beat you guys up. Well, let's quickly make a hearth here. Make a bed, and then make a repair smithy. There we go, claim the bed, repair everything we got. Thinking about it though, if we actually put a meal table next to this, we can more properly use this as a temporary base. It's interesting that they go for the, what is it, biteweed? Yeah, it kind of makes it look like they are trying to scavenge some food, and now that they can actually get out here, they will actually go and fetch it, which is pretty cool. Easy for us to ambush though. But we can be a bit more reckless now that we have the repair smithy outside, as well as our bedroll. Well, it already seems like our danger meter is gone, which is fantastic. It gets pretty easy to defeat them, not gonna lie. The poison is just the annoying part now. Oh, this must be it, right? Yeah, that looks like a boss to me. See how well we do actually against him. I'm not gonna, like, fully fight him, but I just wanted to see his health bar, man. I guess we're not allowed to see that. Wait, he's already dead? You're joking, right? That was the boss? Oh, we got some good loot, though. Hooray, we did it, guys. We defeated another orc boss. I just walked in here just to see his health bar, see how far we can get, and how much damage we deal. I had no idea this guy was going to be this easy, though. Well, at least it should mean that we can now calmly go about our day here, as we don't really have to care much about the orc horde attacking. Maybe around here? The Pilgrim Library? There seems to be an offshoots area here. It could be there. There's still something in the previous room, of course, as well. But honestly, unless it's like really lower down, which would be very annoying. Like this up here is towards the Pilgrim's Road, but that's blocked and we have to get to the pipes here. This here leads to underground, where we were before in the spider nest. Honestly, what I think we should do is we should grab all the supplies from our little encampment and place it down where the drain pumps are. There's then a nice little hearthstone with a meal table next to it. And I guess a repair smithy over here. Man, I just realized we got 18 black diamonds. Alright, we're back into the pilgrimage library. This just seems like the same place that we found multiple times that goes down to the deeps. Yeah. Like, it's not gonna tell me that we have to go to the deeps there, right? I mean, that place is bloody flippin' dangerous, man. Well, there seems to be a wizard mark here. Gandalf, bestow us your wisdom. And the shadows of the lower deeps are not strong against the light of Durin's lamps. Well, thanks, Gandalf. So I need to find Durin's lamps. I have seen those before, but we couldn't make them back then. And that was one that's out in the world as well. Yeah, and they're not in here either in our crafting book. Well, at least that was like the first helpful piece of advice we got from Gandalf, not gonna lie. Oh my goodness, look at that fighting over there. Now this does seem like the area we've been to in one of the upper floors. Potentially meaning, yep, here's the Ranger's Journal. Orcish medicine is something we got. And I keep walking into the bloody poisonous plains. Probably means we're gonna die here. Well, we're not actually that far away from our bedroll. Ah, fantastic. See if we can check this out from above without getting poisoned. Yeah, nothing interesting in this room. There's a ton of shadow going about, though.
I need a better weapon for this.
A better weapon for this troll? Yeah, alright. Troll's dangerous, man. I'm just gonna run past him real quick. Whoa! Found the Durin Axe fragment. Grab it. Ooh, a bunch of treasure piles here. I don't think there was anything else around. Okay, besides this very tough troll dude, and a fragment of Durin's Axe, which I'm not 100% sure if we actually grabbed or not, but I think that is it. Let's see, Durin's Axe. That was the third fragment, so we missed one, I guess? The Lower Deeps fragment is found, the Western Gate fragment is found, so there was nothing really in between though, so I don't get why this is the third fragment. Or maybe we did miss something. So now that I remember though, at the Crystal Descent, a little bit upwards, there was another area we could technically go, but it was blocked off by the Shadow Vents. However though, now that we have gotten kinda used to going around them, that is probably where we could potentially find some more stuff. However though, it does seem like, besides the actual Lower Deeps and the Pilgrim Road, we explored everything that Lower Deeps has to offer. Today our goal is to get to the drain pumps. However, there is a giant kraken monster in the water here, which means we either defeat him or go around. And if none of those two work, well, we'll have to find another corner in Moria to cry. I have a little camp set up here, so we should be alright. I got the first age crossbow, as well with 74 first age bolts. There he is. Whoa, we dealt 400 damage to the guy. Oh, it's because we hit the... Oh! Get out of here, orcs. Where the fuck these guys coming from? Don't tell me we're gonna have to fight everything at once. That's unfair, Kraken dude. Alright, well, he's running again, like the little scaredy cat that he is. Alright, come up. Up, up, up. We deal another 400 damage. Whoa. Ah, to you too. Bop, bop.
This one's done in.
I really love this greatsword. It's really good. Another 400 damage. One more and we will win. This might be even easier than the previous boss. Well, okay, it is easier than the previous boss. I think if you're with more people and one can just focus on shooting the Kraken, it's gonna be like way easier. There we go. We got him.
Back to the deep. I wonder if it is the same watcher that attacked the Fellowship.
Alright, so thank God the third age crossbow was actually enough to deal with this guy. Now I have to kind of build our way around here, and it's being a little difficult. It's kind of weird how you cannot build on some parts though. I wonder if we have to go through the other side. There does seem to be an easier clearing over there, because I can't seem to be building on this wall. You know, even for how easy it was, I did quite like that fight. Kind of reminded me of a Zelda boss in a way. Well, this wall has the same issues for whatever reason. So if I saw it correctly, all we needed are some of these. Right, we need to build a hearth as well. But we can build over the water using the scaffolding. We are going to need a little bit more wood though, by the looks of it. Man, for all this traveling back and forth, our stamina is just atrocious. Alright, I suggest we work on this side, as it seems like the easiest way to also come back. And we can easily place the hearth up here. That seems to not destroy things, and that is great. Then we can build the square frame. Just jump on this rock and go across here. Nice. And it looks like we're gonna have to fix some things. Rebuild the drain pump. Well, alright, we need one pipe. We also need gear. We need 2 pipes now. Make that 3 pipes. Oh, there's one here. Nice. Alright, back to 2 pipes again. There's a gear laying about. I'm not 100% sure if everything is gonna be around here. I will take a quick look about, but it doesn't seem like it. There's a very annoying shadow vent here, though. Yeah, I don't see any other pipes, so we're gonna need 3 of them. And that should be enough to fix up basically everything here. Alright, well, I guess back to base. You know what I haven't thought about is those things are quite large. So I hope we can teleport with them, or at least can make all 3 at once. Well, if not, we're gonna have to bring all the supplies to make them over there. Yep, we're gonna have to carry them like this, alright? But that means we cannot jump, so this is gonna be a big no-no. Alright, so now that we're back here, place on the hearth, as well as the forge, then we can make a replacement pipe. And I'm standing on the wrong side, of course. Can easily go up here. Please reach, nice. Now we're gonna have to demolish these. That way we can easily place them inside. Gotta admit, it was a lot more hassle than I thought it would be. I don't think we're gonna reach this, so we probably have to platform up a little bit. I'm hoping this small stone block would be enough. Of course, this piece is laying too far now. However, it is far enough. Nice. Is that not all? I didn't really bring more stuff. Do we have to interact with something? Ah, there we go. Drain the lower deeps. Return to the Pilgrim Road. Ooh, we have to go to the Balrog Forge. I actually didn't see that until now. Oh, that probably means that is where we can actually smith the tier 3 armors. How the hell did we get there again? I guess we went the wrong way. Imagine having a map that lays out the entire route and you're still going through the wrong doors. You know, thinking about it, we should have probably brought the supplies for a map stone. That way we could have just teleported back. I can already hear the gate opening, so that is good. At least I assume that was the gate. There we go, another forge. Probably means more fixing. Damn dark in this room, though.
Oh, just look at this ancient forge. What a beauty.
Yeah, well, it seems like it's pretty much exactly the same as Narvi's forge, meaning the obstacles presented to us are the same as well. Well, it seems like at least one of the items is in a different location, but that's only because in the previous forge, this gear was outside of the room. Here we go again. The forge is heating up. Blast! Wahaha! This probably means that we're gonna have a fight on our hands. We can now make halberds. Now I would say that is good. Oh, we don't have a horde on our backs? Okay, good. So there we go, Balrog's gauntlets, as well as the rest. And this is also what we needed, a hammer. I would imagine that the eastern stairs are over in this direction. Well, it wants us to go quite a bit farther, actually. We don't really have the supplies on us at the moment anyway. So I suggest we may as well just keep moving on, in hope that we find another map stone. Yo, what the hell's up with you, mate?
I need a better weapon for this.
Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, this guy curses us with the shadow? Okay, well, there's two of them. That's kind of unfair. Okay, we got one of them down. And there's number 2 down. Oh, another damaged monument. Well, let's start singing.
On carven throne in many pillared halls of stone, with golden roof and silver floor and rooms of
Oh, nice. This actually gives us a pretty good boost, this song. I do quite like the songs, not gonna lie. They're pretty good. Oh.
Rooms of Durin. Their final resting place. What an honor to see this. Takfa Durin Kudrir.
That's pretty fucking cool. Ooh, we have carvings. And also a heart attack. Thanks, Epic Games. Alright, so this is the tomb of Durin. Well, specifically his grave. Let's honor it by lighting up the place. Hey, you fucking filthy rats. What do you think you're doing here? Oh, there's another one of the graves. Probably Durin the second? Or is this another Durin? Oh, we cannot look at this one. So we can only interact with Durin the first Durin. But you can see all of them, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I cannot interact with any of the other ones. And I see where the carvings have to go. have to go behind here. How many do we need? Well, we have 2 of the carvings? How the hell did we get the second one? I must have accidentally picked that up. Alright, we need 1 more, which presumably would be around in this area. Yep, there it is. And another one. And another one. Okay, I don't know why I did this, or why I'm wasting my wood on this, but I've lit every brazier next to the graves. Let's see what we can get here then. Open this one up. Oh, we get a recipe. Shields. I thought I saw a helmet as well. Yeah, I'm looking at this Shaynor ingot. It's actually pretty dang expensive. Tin is... well, it's getting easier to come by now, but still. An empty niche.
There is a stone missing here. The Khazad stone.
Alright, so I'm guessing we need to find the Khazad stone. The Black Abyss. That doesn't sound good. Oh, damn. Haven't seen you in ages, Arak. How you doing, my mate?
You are safe. No curses?
None this deep, but the shadow vents freely all the same. Did you know us dwarves are meant to subdue it?
Old tales from beak to beak. All true. All true.
Oh, so the eastern stairs are broken. There is no way back up?
Evil luck. Learn to fix them in Old Pilgrim Library. Follow trail to River Start.
An old library? I will find it.
Alright, Gloin, you could have fucking mentioned that you already did find it. I already know how to fix it. 20 black diamonds? Goddamn. As well as 100 granite. You know, granite ain't that bad, but I was quite happy having that many black diamonds. Well, the good thing is we know how to advance the story. The bad thing is I did not find a map stone, meaning we have to walk all the way back. All the way back to the drainage. Actually, I think I see the map stone. It's like right there. Right under the shadow vent. What a perfect placement. No, that is a Durin's lamp, actually. Wait, what do we need to fix that? Do we have this? True quartz and granite. Yeah, we can actually take that stuff with us and then see exactly how it works. And hopefully we get a recipe for that as well. There are some of these around. I'm pretty sure this is what gives the true quartz, right? Yep. And I also mined a bit of granite. So let's see if we can fix this. Hopefully it also immediately gets rid of it. Start the lamp. Oh, come on, we have to sing it. Fucking moths, mate.
Kazadadnaganin muru,
There we go. Right, that doesn't really, like... oh yeah, it does fix it slowly. Nice. Well, honestly, didn't really do much in our case here, I will admit. Man, the forge looks so scary and ominous. Alright, we're safely home. I gathered up a bunch of things so I wouldn't forget what we needed next time. So in the next episode, we're going to go back towards the forge, and that is where I'm going to be setting up the mapstone. And we should have enough of the Shaynor ingots to basically smith all the tier 3 armor pieces, as well as the hammer. One of you made a wonderful suggestion, and that is I should make the steel battle axe. Oh, and that also gives us a build plan. Well, we finally have wooden stairs. Don't know why we needed the battle axe for that, but sure game. Anyway, this can replace my regular axe, as this steel battle axe is way better at chopping trees. I imagined it would have been, and I wanted to test that out, but my goldfish brain kept forgetting. So thank you for confirming. Alright, we should have everything for the trip. Everything for the stairs as well as for the armor and the hammer. And we should also have enough supplies to make a mapstone in the forge room. And there we go, there's Belagost's forge. So let's craft up the gauntlets, boots. What do you mean I don't have the cloth for this? I'm missing one. Oh, we can make the furnace attachment now. This will probably allow us actually to make this stuff at home. So we don't really need a mapstone here. However, that is what I would have said if I did not forget to bring my supplies. Alright, let's see. Let's make the ring mill. Alright, there we go. That is everything that we needed. Meaning this can be broken. And I guess be taken with. Because we can upgrade our own furnace and forge to smelt and craft those things. Well, we don't really need it, do we? Still need to find the stone that has to go in here as well. Alright, we're back towards the eastern stairs, I'm pretty sure this would be. Yep, the eastern stairs. That took 20 black diamonds, man. But there we go. We can now make it up. Yeah, the axe is a lot better than the previous one was, that's for damn sure. Oh, look at that! It's Gandalf the Grey's hat. I found the wizard's hat. It must be Gandalf's. Likely it has fallen all the way down the black abyss during the battle with Durin's Bane. How lucky it was the wizard faced the Balrog, and not I. Yeah, that is pretty damn lucky. We're not taking the hat? Damn, I would have definitely taken that hat. Although on the other hand, who knows what kind of magical bullshit we'll get from taking it. Alright, are we almost towards the end yet? My god, there's so many moths here as well. Gotta admit, this is quite the climb. It still goes up so much, Jesus. But it seems like we're somewhere now, at least. Ooh, eggs. Well, we destroyed him.
Post of Balin's company. We can shelter here.
Sweet. There's also some statues immediately for us to repair. Ooh, a new mall, potentially. So let's check out what's over here. Another statue. A new axe. Nice. We just made a steel axe, but sure game. Let's see, we can fix up the hearth and everything. There is a chest here. Use Oyen's key. We don't have that. I'm guessing you might just get it from destroying something in the environment. As we were also missing, I think, Laurie's key.
Eastern stairs. They are endless.
And they sure are endless. Here's another Ranger's journal page. They also made it to Dwarrodelf, which is pretty nice. But we do have to still climb quite a bit, I'm pretty sure. Ah, there we go. We can make the Kazut Mall. The second one for the War Axe. I think this is a map stone. What does it require? A black diamond and stone. Well, luckily we have that on us today. There we go. We can easily travel back. Let's just check around here for a little bit, because it looks quite interesting. We have weapon racks? If I destroy this, do I get anything for it that allows us to make it? As the weapon rack would help out a lot with all the old equipment we got. It's just wood scraps. What's in here? Oh! That doesn't good. Great spider. Well, good thing they seem to be preoccupied with something. But also notice there are armor stands here. We also require those. Quite the interesting location, no? And if it had any weapons on display, it'd be cooler, but no free handouts for us, I suppose. They do like their bloody stairs around here, though.
The bridge of Khazad-dûm. There it is.
Oh, fucking hell. What a dick.
A dragon? A dragon in Moria? It cannot be. She is what is making the cursed runes.
Well, we figured that out at least. Not 100% sure what I should feel about having to face a dragon. Seems quite dangerous. Sign of the Fellowship. The Fall of Gandalf. The Bridge of Khazad-dûm is where the wizard Gandalf faced the Balrog. They both fell here, but Gandalf was victorious against Durin's Bane. For that, the dwarves of Durin's folk shall forever be grateful. That's pretty cool. Also, what's up, Eric?
Arek, there's a dragon here. A dragon!
Ill news. I did not see. I went outside.
Outside? Is Gimli okay? And the rest of camp?
Flew to King Thorin. They fight orcs in Gundabad. Will send dwarf soldiers here. Small force.
No, no. They cannot enter. The dragon will kill them trying to get inside. We cannot risk any more dwarven lives.
I will tell the king not to enter, but... more news.
Yes?
King says, find Khazad stone. Stone. Seek Mazabul.
The Chamber of Knowledge is not far from here. Thank you, Arik. Safe flying.
Alright, cool. We were actually looking for that thing. I guess it became a plot piece now. Also, I noticed that there's a giant gate here now. Open up. We can actually destroy it, damn. Looking at this, we might have to, but I'll look around a little first. Oh, it seems like we can go over there. And we can go along here, which leads down to something. This looks to be just like a storage area, maybe? There's a chest there. Ooh, what's this? Spice. Some time seeds, some scales. Yeah, we'll take all of this. And, oh, we have a couple more pages. This is where the ranger's journal is located. And we can actually make this into a little camp, seeing as it's getting nighttime anyway. Alright, I looked all around this room. There doesn't seem to be a page here. Alright, that means we can only go this way. We can either bust through the wall or check this side room real quick. This side room, though, seems to lead up. So I'm guessing the door will lead somewhere else when we bust it down. I think that is the little campfire we have, right? Alright, well, we made it all the way up by the looks of it. This here feels pretty similar to the Western Halls, and we also got the Rangers page. So I may as well just run back real quick to get that before we forget. But not to worry though, because I'm pretty sure this will lead all the way back down again. This actually makes a pretty easy way back to our camp as well. And there we go. We have made it. There we go. We now learned how to make the Ironheart Stout. Rangers must like their brews, as that seems to be the only thing we keep getting from them. Seems like we're entering a big room, and also the danger meter is back.
This was once the seat of Balin. Now, a wreck and a tomb.
Ooh, there's a sign of the Fellowship here, but we can also look at Balin's tomb. On the slab runes are deeply graven, Balin, son of Fundin, Lord of Moria. And then there is a shield here as well. I do think I recognize it, maybe? It's been a while, though, since I watched the movies. This is where the Fellowship fought the cave troll. The destruction is unmissable. I'm glad I can clear this place and put it to rights again. I really should rewatch the movies. I feel like there's a lot of references here that I just completely forgot about. Jesus Christ. Risk the light or something it said. I don't even know what the hell it means. We need the Balin's key for this one. There's a book over here.
Durin's axe.
Oh my
will
god.
be needed against Shadow. I must reforge it once I have all the pieces.
We have to get Durin's Axe. We already kinda knew that it existed. We have a couple of them. We actually got quite a lot of story as well. I don't know where it all went. I think it's here. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so now we can see specifically where all the items are located. You know, that's actually pretty good. Because we were missing one, that's for sure. But now we have a ton of new goals again. And then we found something else here too. Count of Durin's 6 last days. And this also gave us reach Durin's Forge as a objective. We suddenly got a ton of objectives. Was the capital of Dwarven Delph. Okay, so we are in the neighborhood, and we can also find clues of the Khazad stone there as well. 2 birds, 1 stone, I suppose. 1 Khazad stone. And I saw there was a bunch of stuff around here, and I was kind of hoping there would also be a map stone. But nope. Oh, there is, never mind. Oh my god. There's so many right now, so many bloody points of interest. Interestingly enough though, this is in the mines of Moria. Lonnie's outpost is marked as well. I know we're not really in the neighborhood for that at the moment, but I do kind of want to check that out real quick. You know, I've said it before and I'll probably say it 50 times before I do it. I really should just make a better system for this. Because everything is kind of placed mismatched, which not fun to sort things out. Alright, let's take a quick look at Lonnie's outpost. Now the interesting thing is, I'm pretty sure we spent quite a bit of time in that area, so if there was anything special, you'd think I noticed it. But either that means it just popped up, or I'm just blind as a bat. Ooh, we can make a new helm now. So these statues, they had a glitch to where they didn't show all the recipes, and they have been rebroken. They're free to fix if you fixed them before, but now they should give the correct recipes. That means, though, that we could potentially make a new helmet. Yeah, there we go. Erebor City Watch Helmet. Alright, goal complete. Seek the outpost. Alright, well I found it, but what now? Besides the key... Oh, we now have a recipe for it. Not really helpful, though. Because I imagine that recipe is in the fucking forge, is it? Yep. 2 bronze ingots. We can make it in the forge. At least we know how to get it now, so that is good. Why is there so much wood out here? Alright, well, I guess it's time to head back. Make the key and then head back. Alright, please tell me we have the supplies. We do. Alright, we're back at the chest.
Old King Dane's letter. Why was he waiting for Durin's return? Who even knows when that will be?
Alright, just some extra lore info, I suppose. It's search area. Why do I have to search that area? That, I'm pretty sure, is where that orc boss dude was. Well, let's run there, see if it updates anything now. So at least that means, though, next time we find one of those chests, we should make sure to interact with it, because that is actually what gives the key recipe. Alright, go to the area marked on the map, search for a fragment of Durin's Axe. There was an axe fragment in this area? Well, I suppose let's check it out. I know we found 2 pieces, but none of them were in this area. But I guess seeing as we were missing a piece, because we found the first and the third, it would make sense, right? It does ding, like, right here, so my guess is that it must be around, right? Oh, I see it, it's up there. I was just gonna say, the other pieces were glowing, but why can I not notice this one? Yes! Right, nice, we found another piece. Well, thank God we found that one book. This is not the area I would have searched for this fragment. I would have looked in the lower deeps, seeing as there were a couple roads we still could have taken. And I honestly thought we would have seen it if it was in this area. There doesn't seem to be any outposts on the lower deeps. Meaning every quest marker we got is here. Yeah, and we also have to go back to this outpost. I can actually do that right now, seeing as that is where the teleporter was built. Well, one of them anyway. We can actually craft the helmet. There we go. We don't actually have to wear it, seeing as I don't think it's actually better than what we have currently. I mean, it probably fits better. But making an entire set actually gives an achievement, which is pretty neat. Did we now create 2 fast travel points in Dwarf? Or am I imagining things? Or did I not interact with one of them and it just didn't update? You know, that must be it. But we also found this key. That is pretty annoying, but let's head back then real quick. Right now, so we can now craft the mattock, which can be created at the Khazad Forge. We need ironwood and fine leather for it, as well as Khazad steel, which are all items we do not have. Alright, we're back at this outpost. Yeah, okay, now it officially states that we found the map stone. Could have saved us a lot of time had I known that before, but at least now we do know.
An outpost of Balin's company. We can shelter here.
Yeah, Gloin, we already knew it was here. That's why we fucking went all the way back. Alright, nice. We now know how to make the key. Back to the elven quarters, and let's make 2 keys if we can. The reason why I say if we can, because I'm not sure if we're gonna need items we don't have. Yeah, like the Khazad steel. That is what I was expecting, seeing as we went from iron to bronze, and now we're going to Shaner. And now we need to figure out how to make Khazad steel, and that's probably at Durin's Forge. We also haven't found any of the wood types yet either. Yo, what the hell is that?
Drakes!
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks for telling me it's a drake. You know, that was probably,
An outpost.
the guy that had the eggs.
We can shelter.
We're really gonna need some better weapons, though, goddamn. Oh, fuck. The axe broke. That's not good. Or not the axe, the greatsword. I don't care much about the axe. My god, a drake is damn strong. There we go, Jesus. We got some scales for it. Can I destroy the nest, please? There were some invisible eggs.
A piece of Durin's axe might be in a troll cave in the lower deeps.
Okay, well, I think we found that piece. That's the 3rd piece. So I suppose that is good. So I don't know why these are still here, seeing as we did rebuild the mine hoist. We also already visited the Pilgrim's Library. So I guess risking our lives didn't really help much in this case, seeing as the information we got we already knew. So something interesting with the Balin's chest. It says gather copper, tin, and silver, and use the forge to create a key, then open Balin's chest. Now the reason why that is interesting, because tin, copper, and silver create a Shaner ingot. However, Balin's key requires Khazad steel, which I thought was pretty interesting. Yeah, I think we really have to explore more of Dwaradelf, seeing as we need ironwood as well as adamant, besides the Khazad steel. You know what, also, I'm gonna have to really fix these things up, and I think I'm gonna do it right now. Well, right now off camera, that is. Because this is such a pain, because I don't really know where things are supposed to go anymore, and I'm pretty sure we're double stacking a lot of items. Kinda wasting a lot of space in our storage system here. For over the past day, I did something to the house. So now when we go inside, it's actually furnished. Yeah, can you believe it? It only took me like 20 hours. Everything is over here now, including all the smithing stuff. So I was AFK for like maybe a few minutes to check up on some video stuff, and a bunch of orcs came about and destroyed my entire smithing place. So I moved everything inside. We now have dedicated chests as well, as I was getting quite sick of not knowing where to put stuff. There was one issue, however. So something I found out is that if you place one of these small floors, and these ones, the wood floor tiles, you can kind of make it look like it's a shelf, right? If you place it and it breaks, like it would here, seeing as it's red, you know, nothing's really wrong. But sometimes it seems like it stayed, and so it was like, alright, I can actually build in here. So I placed a chest on it, put all my raw ores in there, which we had quite a lot of, and then left, came back, and the chest broke, because the floor broke. It deleted all the raw ore as well, so we're kinda low. Also, placing down floors and things in these houses. Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened here, but this brick popped up, and I'm gonna show you something even worse. I tried to make a ceiling, and then this popped up. I also tried to replace the floor, but you cannot actually destroy this, which is kind of odd. So I just destroyed the banner, added onto this. So this is where we now have our treasury, other stuff. I also noticed that we were finally able to make the weapon and armor stance. Also, the wall display, which is pretty nice because we can actually hang up our quarry pickaxe. So this one doesn't have to just lay on the floor collecting dust anymore. Yeah, I really like this house so far. I just don't like that this is all going on. But anyway though, let's head back to Dwaradelf. But hey, we can now make the Khazad War Axe. Or well, probably can't. Oh, I did not like that word. He said, die troll. Don't want to face trolls just yet. Anyway, yeah, we cannot make this because we need Khazad steel and ironwood, as well as fine leather, and we haven't found any of those. And I don't think we can make the leather yet either. Alright, well, we're gonna let them deal with that. We have to go over there. There's one of the outposts. Okay, it seems like something has died. Please let it be the troll. It was the troll. Look at all the loot, baby. And this isn't really anything new that we haven't seen, but they did drop black diamonds, which is pretty neat. Which makes me wonder if the troll dropped that, or if there was like a orc camp here, and the troll just destroyed the camp and the chests and everything. And this also looks pretty neat. I mean, besides it being dirty and everything, yeah, I quite like this. I do like the architecture. I know I've probably said it like a million times, but there's so much to look at in this game, it's fantastic.
The great city of Dwaradelf. Khazad-dashtin. It is time to restore it to splendor.
Oh, this looks so cool though. See, this is something I mean, right? Most survival games wouldn't have anything this grand. But yeah, we're in the city of Dwaradelf. Looks pretty cool though. I think they're just in a stare-off competition now. Oh, there they go fighting again. I just stepped the one up a bit. Wolf's not really doing much, he's just growling. What the hell, man? Oh, there we go. Get him! Yes! Also just noticed this seems to be like an extension of the city. And we're seeing these again, the brew tanks. We still cannot make them. Which is kind of insane, because we saw these at the beginning of our adventure, but still don't have the right things for it. Also, this is where the journal page is at. We found the first piece of ironwood, just in one of these crates. Oh, I think we already found the orc town of this area. Red Eye Stronghold. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go in here just yet, but it's good to know that we know where it is. Once we have a tier 4 weapon though, we're definitely gonna come back here. Hey, what's this? Iron pickaxe, but we don't have a strong enough... Oh, it's because the wall is made out of adamant. Okay, so that's how do we get adamant, which is good to know. Alright, there was nothing in that offshoots. Well, nothing we can do right now. I see that over there is an altar for the carvings. There's an orc encampment over here. Ooh, they dropped emeralds as well. This guy seems to be a lot tougher though. And also the orc horde is definitely gonna come towards our way soon. Oh, thank God we killed him in time. Oh, but that isn't all of them, is it? There we go, we got him, but At what cost? Well, let's see what we learn from this journal page. Absolutely nothing. Alright. I'm gonna make a bunch of lambas, because I think we're gonna definitely need that. We also got a couple new runes. A chance to harvest ironwood when striking trees. Bonus stamina and damage when facing animals. Well, I don't think this one particularly is that great. This one, though, pretty good. Kinda bad, though, that I already put a flame thing on my axe. But then again, we can make a new one, presumably soon. Alright, so instead of going back to the city, I thought I would come to the bridge, where Gandalf did his famous "You shall not pass" line. I also just noticed that we can actually fix this. It is quite expensive, but that'll be a problem for later. But I wanted to check out what was behind the giant doors here, as we can just knock them down. But there's no danger meter here, so I'm guessing it's a little safer in this area. There we go, and of course we would have to dig for something else. Orky boys, they seem to be the tough guys as well. Man, this even destroyed our armor already. There's another encampment. So the big problem seems to be these really tough guys, the orcs. They are crazy powerful. So powerful, in fact, we're really gonna have to run back to repair our armor already. Alright, we're back here. I think I'm just gonna run past it for now. Ooh, some gold ore, but we cannot mine this yet. There does seem to be another room there, which is not marked on the map. Seems like we are gonna have to fight these guys, though. So what is over here, then? Ooh, a boss fight again, eh? Okay, so there's another war chief here. Now, clearly, if we cannot fight the Uruks, I doubt we can fight this war chief. There's multiple bosses then on this area, or is maybe the other actual town area might just be a big boss, you know? Like the Western Halls had? Alright, I have somewhat of a plan. I'm just gonna run back and collect items for a hearth, a bed, as well as a repair station. Taking out the war chief, not sure how beneficial it will be, but the chest should be filled with a lot of good loot. So it might just boost us forward if we can do that right now. Alright, we're gonna have to be a bit smart about this, because we cannot place it too close, but we cannot place it too far either. Because if we place it too far, we would constantly reset the fight, but if we place it too close, they're just gonna destroy it. We can deal quite a bit of damage right off the get-go. Oh, there we go, we did it. We got a bit of fine leather from him. We can now upgrade our stove. No, never mind, we have multiple new recipes for the stove. Alright, let's check out what's in here. Because it's steel, like we wanted. Nice. A little bit of ironwood as well. We also got some gold ore as well by the looks of it, which is pretty neat. That's probably what we need for the cause it's steel, I imagine. Yeah, it's steel mixed with gold. Which means this entire side of Dwardelf is basically completed. But hold on a second, though. Oh, we can already make the Mad Hawk now. As soon as we find the location where, of course. Well, which is going to be Durin's forge. But that is actually good to know, so we actually have the supplies to make a new pickaxe. Because I was just going to say, like, how the hell are we going to actually get gold if we cannot mine it? Because you need gold in order to make the cause it's steel. But you need to cause it's steel in order to make the pickaxe to get the gold. But I suppose the Mad Hawk isn't that expensive, so that's good. Well, we have two new things. We got fine leather as well as fine cloth. My storage system wasn't built for this. Well, anyway, I have a new plan. I'm just gonna mad dash towards Durin's forge right now. And I brought the supplies to make a hearth as well as a mapstone, so we can immediately leave. So it does seem like, though, that the danger meter is actually gone, which is quite interesting. So I guess defeating the war chief was actually a good thing. Use some compacted dirt. I haven't seen this in a while. Also, the danger meter is back in this area. So this is where one of the outposts is, and we're also getting rather close to Durin's forge. My goodness.
It was the Balrog that rampaged through here. This place will one day be filled with dwarves again.
There's a lot of noises going on, that's for damn sure. Man, this looks so cool, though. Oh, what the hell? I think I found the dragon, guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna go around that for a bit. Huh. We can walk through here. Not sure if you're supposed to go all the way around it, or it does something when you get close to it once again. It might just be a story thing, and we don't actually have to fight it yet. If anything, though, I'm not really willing to risk that. Okay, I'm quickly gonna run towards this outpost so we can pick up the chest. Chest. There we go, there's the chest. Ooh, and a mapstone. I kind of want to put the mapstone, though, in Durin's Forge, if at all possible. We are nearing Durin's Forge. Ah, son of a bitch.
A troll? King of Moria? It will look better with your head on a stake.
Oh boy. Okay, so how tough is this man? 17? Okay, well, he shouldn't be that crazy tough. Just need him to do that again. Ouch. Ooh, we're immediately in despair now. Fantastic. Oh, what the hell?
I need a better weapon for this.
Okay, well, I think range is gonna be the way. It seems like actual melee combat didn't do much to him. If we hit him directly in the face, though, we deal 26 damage. Oh boy. Oh, found one of the pieces. Found a second piece here, actually. Oh, and also, there's the replacement pipe. How many... Okay, we have, like, almost 50 bolts left. He only has, like, one line that he says the entire time. We'll admit, it is getting quite old. We've got 20 bolts left. It's gonna be, like, very close with this amount of bolts. Wow, we're so close. Ouch. Oh, no, really? We got a direct hit with that? That sucked, man. We should have made that one mapstone. Actually, I was already in the fucking area. Why didn't I just build it anyway? Meaning what we should do is we actually have to make more bolts if we can. Not kazoo the bolts, although it would be nice. We're gonna need actual first age bolts. That is all of them that we can make, but 60 is fine enough, I think. I love it when you climb down with a torch in your hand. He holds the torch in his mouth just to keep the light, which is a pretty nice touch. Alright, well, sadly enough, our stuff is down there, as well as the Troll King. It's back to full HP, but honestly, that was kind of expected. Alright, there we go. Now we're ready. Alright, King Troll, or Troll King. It's time you're going down. I wish we could enchant the crossbow, that'd be great. I don't think he can hit us, actually, from here, that'd be great. Yeah. But we can hit him, though. But he is getting closer. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, and he freed himself. I know this might look pretty quick for you guys, and I'm not saying a lot. There's really not a lot to say about this fight. He really just has no interesting patterns, I guess. Nothing interesting about this guy. He just throws 3 rocks, then comes charging. And I honestly think this one is meant for ranged, seeing as the broadsword just didn't do anything to him. I don't think we need to have the Khazudal arrows or bolts. That might deal proper damage to him, but honestly, first age bolts, look at him go. Pop! And he's downed. He's burying himself, though. Alright.
King of Moria? Ah, better off as rubble.
Damn. We can now make lamps. Durin's crown? We got that? Ooh. Oh man, cannot equip this. So this crown was from the 5th Durin. Let's get this forge going, shall we? So all the supplies seem to be laying on this side of the forge, which is pretty neat. So this forge is a little different, actually, from the other forges we've seen so far. Narvi and Belagos were both, well, pretty much identical. This one seems to have the crank and everything on this side, unlike in front of it, but I guess that makes sense, seeing as there is a throne now. But here we go, we're gonna see another forge being lit. Oh yeah, Durin's forge is lit, baby. We can now make a salt bath? Why is that a thing we can suddenly make? Oh, whatever. We can also make... The fuck is star metal? Well, anyway, we can now make Durin's Guard helmet. This is not where we make the new pickaxe and stuff. Well, this is where we make Durin's axe if we eventually find all the pieces, which we could technically get. So we're gonna need the salt bath in order to make the Durinal iron ingot, which requires some sort of slag, which we don't have, but probably find in the next area. I thought this is where we would be able to make our next pickaxe. Right, actually, there was this ironwood pickaxe too. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you know what? Let's make that. That is probably what we need in order to get all the gold and stuff. Alright, yeah, we can make this pickaxe now, the ironwood, as well as the keys that we need. You know, I'm looking at this, and we might just need to cause it all forge, which means we're gonna have to craft another one of these, the steel battle axes. Because as far as I know, the only way to get ironwood is by enchanting it with this rune. We are gonna need quite a bit, and I'm not sure how rare it is, but we'll figure that out next time. I'm gonna be collecting quite a bit of wood off camera, as well as some adamant and gold. And then in the next episode, we can finally make that Khazad-dûm forge and hopefully smith up some tier 4 armor. Seeing as this does say Khazad-dûm forge, I do imagine that they're talking about this thing now, seeing as it is also called the Khazad-dûm forge. I have noticed though, that we don't really have any fragments for armor pieces, so that is quite concerning. Also, my god, I unlocked the Grand Hearth and this thing is huge. Let me tell you though, gathering ironwood is kind of a pain, because you can get it by putting this rune right here on your axe, but the ratio is like really low, because look at this. I had like no upsum wood before I started the grind, and I only had these 5 ironwood, so I got 5 stacks of the mushroom wood and 1 stack of ironwood. Yeah, put that into perspective how long this would have taken. However though, the Khazad-dûm forge, yep, is gonna be way too big to put in our house, so we're gonna have to put it right outside here. As well as, Jesus Christ. This thing is so big it lags the fucking game. Alright, well, there we go. We can now craft our own steel ingots, which actually, they're not that expensive, so that is pretty good. Let's make a few of these, and then let's see what we can do here. We can now make a tier 4 spear. That's actually really good, because we need a tier 4 weapon. Ooh, we also learned how to make the helmet. You know what? Yeah, I'll make that. It doesn't say any tier next to it, which is quite interesting. It looks kind of weird as well. Let's see, let's make the mattock as well, because we're gonna need that. New axe. And then, if we get a little bit more steel, we could try out the maul as well, which I kind of want, actually. It probably won't be my main weapon, unless it is really good. You know, this actually could be a pretty decent one. So, we got another spear as well. I quite like these. They are quite good for single targets. But yeah, I think I'll stick with the spear for now on. So of course for our spear, I'm going to be putting the Orc Bane on it, which deals extra damage to orcs. Of course the Ironwood is going to become part of the axe, and the mallet doesn't get anything. Alright, I think with that, we're actually good to go. So I do have another plan for today. We got these 2 keys, and we do still need 2 fragments for Durin's axe. These keys lead us towards the clues, so I think on our way, we should of course get those clues. There was also still an orc town. I went to the wrong place, damn it. There was also still an orc town that we have to defeat. There was also a dragon on a bridge that we have to defeat. You know, there's a lot of goals open to us at the moment. Well, let's see, here's where the first chest is.
Durin's axe will be needed against Shadow. I must reforge it once I have all the pieces.
Alright, search in Dwarven. Is that marked on our map? It is marked on our map. I think this is where the Orc Town is located, so I guess that will become our next priority then. Actually, it's not. Question is, how do we get over there? Well, not here, that's for damn sure. Oh, we can go down even farther. Oh wait, never mind. I think we can go in here too. Oh, this just leads back up, doesn't it? It's kind of weird, because on the map it does show that there should have been a path there. Unless the mattock isn't actually for mining, because it doesn't do the regular mining things. Now I look at it. But that also explains why you could enchant it. Yeah, no, I cannot destroy a regular wall. Right, maybe I made a mistake. Alright, well, the bad thing now is we're in the dark. However, the good thing is, it did seem like this was actually a way forward. So the mattock, not a pickaxe.
Troll! Did he see us?
No, I don't think he saw us, mate.
Hey, when the embers cool, ale in my hand by the hearth.
You guys think he'd like that song? Ouch, ouch. Ooh, that's bad. It's really bad. Alright, well, troll might be a bad thing to fight currently. So instead of doing that, we just skip him. It seems like we are in the area. Ooh, I think I found the axe fragment. Hell yeah. There is another one down. What's hiding behind the door? Ooh, a chest. And a diamond. A regular diamond at that. They're having a fun fight over there. Oh, that doesn't mean have a fun fight with me, mate. Ooh, they have treasure in here. Ouch. Alright, we got the stuff. Let's fucking run. Alright, we're back at Dwarven. This time, no, we're gonna go back to the orc village. I'm not 100% sure what awaits us past these bars. It could be another war chief. It could be an actual boss. I do know there's gonna be quite a bit of orcs. Alright, I think we should have definitely brought the repair station with us. So we might just head back after this real quick. Get that? It is quite unfortunate that orcs are still this dang powerful, though. Because, my god, they can take a beating. You know, I thought of everything except for the scrap metals. There's always something I keep forgetting, isn't there? Now, we already explored the other side of the map, so that war chief we fought earlier in the last episode might actually be the orc chief of this city. Alright, let's see. Is there another boss here? I already see stuff on the ground, so this must be the same war chief. Yep. It's the same, alright. Ooh, there's a wizard mark here too. Let's see what it says. An evil presence lingers here. The shadow spreads here. Alright, well, I already kind of knew that. So interestingly enough, in this part of the city, the danger meter is still around. Alright, I also have another problem in this area. That over there in the distance, on the bridge, is the dragon. We're gonna probably talk to him later. But somewhere in one of these buildings, there is Faros' outpost, which means the last fragment of Durin's Axe is within our grasp. I think it was this one? Yeah, there we go, there's the chest. Ooh, and a letter. Yeah, it's in an area we have not been yet. Next to the forge, by the looks of it too. Well, since we are that close anyway, let's go check it out. Well, we got some statues over here. Let's see if these actually give us some new stuff. They do, they give us the Khazud army armor. And this seems to be another orc town. Encampment of the Gundabad orcs. Yikes. It seems like they're dropping slag now, which I guess is nice, because that is something we needed. Alright, I wonder what kind of boss we'll fight in this orc city. Ah, this wall looks crazy. It's filled with gold. Alright, well, no more distractions. It does seem like a war chief. And now we actually deal proper damage to him. So this should be a lot easier than last time. You know, I've been playing this game for nearly 30 hours now. I still don't understand how the fucking targeting system works. Like, sometimes it seems like he's just picking at random. Yeah, see, like, I'm clearly facing the war chief, but he just ran back. There we go. There's actually a lot of coins in here, what the heck? And then I'm guessing the piece is just up here again. No, it's actually laying down below here. That's it, the 5th fragment.
This is it. All 5 pieces. Time to reforge Durin's Axe.
Oh yeah, baby. With that though, the danger meter is also gone, so that is pretty neat. Alright, well, I did not forget about the dragon. And I am debating whether or not to do that first. Since this is such a big story piece, repairing Durin's Axe, I think we should probably see what the dragon has first. Before we mess something up and lock ourselves out of content. You know, look at him, he's been calmly waiting there the entire time. Man, it looks a lot more terrifying from this angle.
Moria is mine now.
Khazad Dûm is the home of Durin's folk.
Oh, you abandoned it like cowards. I took it. Me and my brood.
What the hell's the dragon flying towards?
The dragon's beasts.
Yeah, these are the dragon's beasts, alright. Oh wow. Get flung there. I do not want to be tossed down the cliff here. Nor do I really want to die here. So I think I'll be running back, if you don't mind. So yeah, those dragons, still quite tough. I mean, it was kind of expected, to be fair. Alright, well, I think we all know what time it is. We gotta show the dragons that Durin's folk are powerful as all heck. What better way to do that than to beat them up with Durin's Axe? At least I hope we can use Durin's Axe.
The Nazgul's mounts were bred by Sauron from Meshazon? This dragon? And now she wants Moria for herself, no matter the destruction? She must be stopped.
Alright, well, I assume we got that dialogue because we're on the other side of the mountain now, or of the city. So the game probably thinks that we beat the dragon-kin things. I would imagine the way to beat them properly is Khazud bolts, as I also expect is how you were supposed to beat the Troll King. We can now craft... Never mind, actually. We still need a lot of stuff for it. Although I think we could actually make that, right? We just need Durin's iron? We need it... Or was it that salt bath thing? Yeah, we could make that, and then we can make the iron, and then we can make Durin's Axe, finally. We also still need to look for clues here for the Khazad stone. My guess is that this is where we learn it. But we need some adamant for that, so we'll have to take that with us as well. You know, it's kind of crazy. It feels like we're nearing the end of the adventure. But looking at the map stone, there's like an entire other area. Although my guess is that is where we'll fight the dragon. Alright, there we go. We got our salt bath. The other problem is we only have 2 sunstone and we need 3 of them, but seeing as the salt bath also uses them, we may have to just destroy that. Alright, I'm slightly reorganizing these chests. We actually have a decent amount of black diamonds, which is nice. And then this can become our money chest. It's already almost full. My goodness. Alright. I was just calmly waiting here on some of the steel, or some of the iron. But suddenly I suppose we are under siege. They seem to be the very basic goblins, though. I haven't seen these guys in quite a while. It's quite nice. Oh, that was all the excitement we get for now. Beat that before the fucking 1 bar is even done. My god, why is this so slow? Alright, well, I'm done waiting for now. Let's prepare this history stone. Hope we get some info out of it. Story of the Khazad stone. Well, I suppose sadly that wasn't the info we were looking for. Oh, there we go. There's another book part.
Poor dear King Nain. He took the Khazad stone before facing Durin's bane. The search for the Khazad stone begins where Nain made his last stand under Caradhras.
Well, alright, now we know where we have to look, I suppose. Alright, we have to go beyond that bridge. Which means we need to be able to disperse of the curse. However, Durin's Axe should be able to do that. It would be a masterwork, wouldn't it? Ooh, and it actually taught us all Durin's armor as well. We cannot make any of it though, we need sunstones. Well, also star metal. Cannot make that just yet. Now we are gonna have quite a problem, because we have 2 masterworks on us now. Alright, this is kind of annoying, because I did like the lamp quite a lot. You know, it being a masterwork is kinda sad. I guess it makes sense, but it means we'll probably not really use it much over the torch. I do wonder though, can we hang it up? Whoa! That's a crazy noise. But yeah, okay. We can hang it up on the wall. Well, it seems like we actually missed an entrance here. But I guess it'll be something for next episode. And we could potentially also fix up the bridge of Khazad and break the seal. There are a couple locations here in the western halls as well. These 2 locations that don't go anywhere up here, for example. They are cursed as well, and I kind of want to check those out as well. And it seems like we need to go to the crossroad. I will admit, I'm not 100% sure where the heck it's pointing us towards. It might very well be right here. Yeah, I think it's pointing us towards the one up here, where we originally had to go. I guess makes sense, the Bridge of Khazad, I'm pretty sure is or leads towards the entrance. And we're not done here just yet. Let's see if we can kill something with this pickaxe though. That only dealt 5 damage. Oh, well, Durin's Axe, not as strong as I would have hoped, but I guess that is alright. It's so weak, in fact, it can't even kill a rat. You know, it has been quite a while since we were last here. We do still have the shadow vent to deal with, and it just kind of popped out of existence, most of it, what the heck. But I think we can just jump down here and we should be fine. So I'm guessing we can just hit the rune? Oh yeah, we're dealing damage to it. look at it all crumble to dust. Alright, so now we're in a new area. We're now in Barazinbar. Even with a torch, it's like super dark. But I guess it's a large room. It does have little side rooms though. Was this a well? A sign of the Fellowship. There's a hobbit's pipe and a leaf pouch here. This is where the Fellowship must have stopped while Gandalf thought about which passage to take to Dwarredel. A story Gimli had once shared. Yeah, they were here alright. At this well. Or at a well, anyway. Room looks a little different. But it does seem like the main area has been blocked off by dirt. So we're gonna have to dig it all up. Oh my god, we finally reached Durin's highway. There are so many paths to take now. Well, so many. There's like 3 of them. Oh. What the hell? I didn't even see you, Eric.
Arek, what news from the king?
Good news. Lord Gimli crosses over the mountain to the Dimril Gate. East Gate.
He is safe then.
King Thorin travels to meet Gimli.
The king is coming too.
They take advice and stay outside. King says you must make mithril weapon. Kill the dragon. Kill.
A mithril weapon to kill the dragon? I see.
Take scroll. Shows mithril forge.
Mithril forge. I thought it was a myth. Thank you, Arek.
Thorin and Gimli will wait at Miramir. Till dragon is killed, Khazad-stone is found. Stay safe.
You know, Gawain was pretty calm about that, seeing as we literally have to kill the dragon. Now let's see what this wizard mark is. The left passage smells foul. The center seems a dead end. The right smell fresher. So I'm guessing the left passage here is just going to be more dangerous, because it's going to be filled with orcs.
Caradhras the Cruel, I hope you have forgiven us.
Well, say hello to the danger meter again. Mithril? Star metal. Well, we also need that. Alright, we got a decent amount of star metal ore, but who knows if it is enough. Alright, I think the only way forward in this area seems to be by going down below. Which honestly is quite far. So I guess let's head back to that crossroad and see what the other sides hold for us right now. Well, cannot go straight ahead, that is for damn sure. That door is locked. Let's see what the right has for us. Gandalf said it smelled fresher here. You imagine all the dwarves coming back and did you see all these random ass platforms sticking out of the walls? And this place has a lot of corridors and just a lot of shadow. Ooh, we're back in Dwarredel. Look at the map though, I've never seen that part before. Pretty interesting. So where exactly are we? Oh, we're back here. So this is where Durin's Forge is located. This is that big city where the dragon was. It seems like there is a... yeah, there's a rune here.
Tongs. The highway is blocked even here.
Gloin, you literally just fixed the problem, mate. We never came here, so we never actually saw that it was blocked here. Which I guess is good, because that means there is a easy path to go back home. Well, we don't have the granite on us currently to fix up some of these statues. You know, I thought Dwarvedel was pretty small, but I guess it makes sense now why it was so small. There was still a giant area to the side of it. Because look at that, it still goes off into different directions in like every room. Our tier 4 armor is definitely found in that area. We're gonna need a bunch of scales in order to make it... wait, that says a tier 6. We don't even have tier 5 yet. We also need a bunch of diamonds though, as well as mithril, which is something we just don't have either. Yeah, we also still need to find fragments for the armor pieces, so I think that is something we should do right now. However, in order to get that though, we are going to need a ton, an absolute ton of granite. So I guess it's time to get this baby back out again, the quarry pickaxe, and then head into the lower deeps. Alright, I got over 400. That should hopefully be enough. Alright, also just smithed up the very first star metal ingots. And with this, we could technically skip over an entire armor tier but we just need a more reliable way to get sunstones. And I think instead of doing that, let's explore the rest of Dworodelf. And something else I want to do today still is go over here, because there is this other area here too that was blocked off by a rune. What is this room? This is a forge. What the heck? Nogrod Forge.
The axe piece is here, somewhere in the Balrog's wake. Huh, the orcs must have it. They've overrun Dworodelf.
So what's this guy talking about the axe piece? Not 100% sure. You know, I'm quite glad that we don't have to make all these items, light some braziers, because I get the feeling we're probably going to have a fight on our hands. Because unless this forge is for later, I assume it's an optional forge. And there's a high possibility we're going to get a horde coming towards us. Alright, we did it. No horde? No horde. Alright, so what is this then? This is tier 5 weaponry. That's pretty good. We need a Norrod steel ingot. Alright, how's that forge? With sunstones. Game, please. I wonder if that means we can also make it in the Khazad-dûm forge. Well, it doesn't seem like it. That is kind of annoying. Because it means if we want to get tier 5 items, we would have to go here first. Well, we'll see about that later. Love how the text just pops up. Don't mind me, orky boys. I'm just here to fix up a statue. Ooh, just one of the bigger statues. This one requires stone. Luckily though, wait, never mind, that's adamant. But there's a bunch of stone just laying about, I guess. Which means we can fix this thing up in no time. Monument of Durin 5.
Unwearied then were Durin's folk beneath the mountain's music woke. The harpers harped, the minstrels sang, and at the gates the trumpets rang.
I found another damaged statue. Don't worry about that guy over there. We can now make the boots. Damn, the orc is running. Alright, there we go. We can now fix up the gauntlets. Alright, quickly fix up the statue. There seems to be an orc encampment up there. Okay, yeah, we're getting coal and iron, so we got everything. I do kind of want to see if this tier 4 weapon could deal with the Drake. It can't. Okay, getting out. Ooh, I think we got him, right? Yeah, I think I saw the smoke pop. Yeah, we got one skill, nice. There's a bunch of carvings in this area, what the heck? Found 2 of them already. Well, 3 if we count the one from earlier. This entire wall seems like it could be... Well, the good thing is we found 4 carvings so far. I feel like we should probably head back to that area at some point. Because that is probably where we have to put the carvings. And it's all the way at the end of Dworodelf. And how much I would have loved to check it out right now, we really can't. We are very, very low on health. Our weapon's about to break, and it's also getting nighttime. However though, the good news is we should be able to finally make tier 4 armor. We dispelled the curse. Alright, thanks game. I mean, we already did that, but sure. Right, what is closer? I think the original camp you get. There's also the Doors of Durin, actually. That was covered in a cursed rune as well, now think about it. So I wonder what happens when we dispel that. Wow, it feels so nostalgic to come back here. Oh, we even left some coal behind. But anyway, let's fix up the map stone and head home. Alright, let's see. What do we need for the Khazad armor? We need 1 more fine cloth and 1 more fine leather. Should be easy enough to make. Actually, that might be a little harder to make than I thought, because we don't have the right type of loom. We need this, the spinning wheel, which I imagine is just an attachment to it. There we go, now we can make it. Ooh, we can also craft a better backpack. And there we go. Now we should be able to make that final piece. Now what does it cost to make this better backpack? Just 10 fine leather? You know what? I think we'll be doing a big upgrade today. But first, let's finally make that armor. Battering ram. There we go, we have the full set of tier 4 armor. Meaning the old armor can retire for now. And also we required 10 fine leather, I think it was? Yes, 10 fine leather. Which we actually cannot make. Because we don't have the leather, which isn't a problem. However, though, the salt is. And I can't remember where we saw salt. So sadly, I think that will have to wait for a second. However, let's do something that we're all waiting to do. And that is to see if we can dispel the rune that we saw at the beginning of our adventure. So this is the Doors of Durin. It's dispelling though.
I cannot leave yet. There is more to do.
Okay, so my guess is this is just how to actually end the game then. But that's pretty cool. Alright, there was another seal which was over here, so we need to go back to the mines of Moria. You know, looking at it, we're actually getting closer to the Mithril Forge. So I wonder if this rune that we're about to break will actually lead us towards it. I mean, it seems to be quite off still, but who knows? This might lead us to that lower path that we saw earlier. Alright, we dispelled another one. This leads us down here, so not really where I thought we would be going, to be honest. Also, what is that? That's blue. Is that the star metal again, or is that the mithril we're looking for? Luckily, though, we have a bunch of fibers on us, so we can easily make these ladders. So this is star metal ore, heck yeah. Only 40, though. I expected a little more from that. Oh, these are orc demons. These are tuffers. Oh man, there's a orc encampment right there. In the shadow vent, though, that is rather unfair. Ooh, more star metal ore. Okay, I think we should have enough for a long time now. Oh. Let me in. There we go. So where the heck are we now? This seems to be a rather large room again. Ooh, we have a mapstone here. Cannot fix it. Okay, if we can destroy the orc camp, that means we can fix up, well, potentially fix up the mapstone. Ooh, damn, we already did it. Go on, grab the orky. Nice. Nice. We got something else, the Nalrod stuff. We got a horde now too. I think we're just gonna potentially die here, which is not good, because we just got here. Right. I think I'm gonna bolt. We fucking did it. Yes, we got it. We died, but that is alright. We got it, that's all that counts. And I did manage to click on it another time, just so we actually have it in our map list. Alright, there we go, fix up the monument.
The world is gray, the mountains old, the forge is fire, is ash and cold. No harp is rung, no hammer falls. The darkness dwells in Durin's halls. The shadow lies upon his tomb in Moria, in Khazad-dûm. But still the sunken stars appear in dark and windless mirror near. There lies his crown in water deep, till Durin wakes again from sleep.
I feel like these songs are getting sadder and sadder. Ooh, and that actually also opened the door.
King Nain's grave. He kept the mythic Mithril Forge. By Aule, it is real.
I think I skipped a bunch of text here. Well, I said something about the grave. Oh, that's this. Oh, shit.
Is this why Durin the Last has not appeared? Because the Khazad stone was no longer passed down the line of Durin? It was a terrible mistake, bringing the Khazad stone here. Now, to return it to the line of Durin.
And that's an interesting note. Ooh, the Khazad stone.
The Khazad stone. Of course it is Mithril. The Khazad stone. It will be back in the care of Durin's folk. Now, Durin will return.
Do we actually physically have this thing in our hands? No? Oh, it is over here. The company has the Khazad Stone. That's pretty cool. This does just look like your most regular forge again. Alright, didn't learn anything new here, because we already knew how to make that weapon. But we did learn how to make a mithril ingots. We're gonna need some mithril for it, though. That also looks like to be the final forge. Someone brought to my attention that this word here, slashing, for example, bludgeoned or piercing, those effects have a greater damage on some enemies, which I suppose makes sense. I just never really thought about it, because we were dealing what looked like enough damage. But apparently during the fight with the Troll King, because the Troll King has a bunch of armor, we needed a bludgeoned weapon, while we were dealing piercing, which is apparently why we didn't deal full damage. Probably that and our tier level just was too low. Is this mithril? This looks special. It is mithril, nice. And our inventory is full, so we can't even pick up the mithril. Okay, I think it's kind of time to get out of here. Man, we need 6 mithril per ingot, and we only have 5 so far. There was also something else I was wondering about. If we go back to Dworodelf, there's this path right here, and it's the place the dragon herself put the rune on. Well, for us to see anyway. It seems like there is some mithril ore, but there's like very faint traces here and there. But I guess it does look like there's a giant part missing here, so this is probably like a regular mithril vein at some point. And then the dwarves, of course, mined it. Oh man, more orcs? I don't know if I want to deal with that. Well, not yet, at least, anyway. I feel like we shouldn't be here yet, either, seeing as we're wearing tier 4, and we're getting supplies to make tier 6. So let's head to the Khazad Bridge. Should have probably actually went to the elven quarters first, because gonna need a lot of stuff. Actually, thinking about it, we also need the adamant hammer. Can we make that yet? I can make a star metal one. Now, unless the adamant hammer is just a recipe we, for some reason, didn't get. What could also be the case is they just changed the name later in development, but never in that location. It wouldn't be the first time that they changed something and then forgot to update some other things. For example, in the quest lines, it was talking about making a key with Shaner ingots, while we needed Khazad steel for it, which is a step up. Oh nice, we actually have all the supplies to make the star metal hammer. Who no, requires adamant hammer still. So I guess adamant comes after the star metal. Pretty interesting, but I suppose that explains why we don't have it yet. Alright, I had a quick look, and apparently sunstone can be found in Banazinbar, which I suppose is good for us now. I don't know how this is gonna go, because this is gonna be quite the fight. Might that be it? Adamant sunstone, heck yes! Well, a horde is coming. Oh, there was actually more up here too. I literally just walked past all the sunstone in my life. Your guys' aim is shit. I'm literally standing still. There we go. The first guy to hit me. Jesus Christ, look at all these arrows. Look at all those guys over there. And there we go. A bit more sunstone.
If a spider skittered cross my camp, a terrible day'd have she. If a spider skittered cross my camp, a terrible day'd have she. I'm a feisty fool with an empty fork, and if she would not flee, she would wind up caught in an eat like that. Spider for dinner for me.
Alright, that song was pretty good. I like that one quite a lot. Alright, with that, 31 sunstones. Alright, with the sunstones in our possession, that makes 33. However, I foreseen another issue, and no, it's not actually the ironwood. It would be the sheer amount of fine leather we need, as well as the Durin ingots, seeing as we need salt for those. So in order to get a bunch of salt, we would have to go to the lower deeps and find a couple salt deposits. And I guess while we're out here, when we see any decently sized mushrooms, may as well start chopping them down. I think I see a bunch of it over there. Yep, that is salt.
If a wolf should pad along my path, a terrible day'd have he. If a wolf should pad along my path, a terrible day'd have he. I'm a feisty fool with an empty fork, and if he would not flee, I would hang that tail on a copper nail. Wolf for dinner for me.
I think that was even better than the spider one. Well, we can have the salt bath back. That way we can make some Durin iron ingots. I don't want to make too many though, because it does cost precious salt, so let's see how many we're gonna need. Alright, we're gonna need 7 in total. We should have 2, yep. So that means we need 5 more. Also, we're gonna need 8 fine leather. Alright, with that we should have everything we need for the sword at least. And we're practically out of salt at that point. However though, let's make the Mountaineer's Pack. This should be a pretty big damn upgrade. Oh my god, look at the space. So this is the comparison, right? Right here. We get a full 3 extra rows, which is insane. I'll admit, I find it quite interesting that it jumps from 10 seconds to 1 if you look above the character's head. This makes me think that there was a completely different crafting system in mind. Probably like similar to the forges, right? But then they were like, no, that's probably too much waiting for people. And right, they were. But there was never a multi-craft system in the game. So they must have changed it pretty late in development, I were to imagine. Because I would imagine it would look something like this at first. Alright, we should have everything. I did not calculate the star metal ingots, nor did I calculate the sunstones, but from a quick look, it looked like we would have enough. Annoyingly though, we're gonna have to go to 2 different forges for this. Because in the Great Forge of Durin, we can craft all the armor, which interestingly enough, did not give us a achievement. It's also quite interesting that the helmet is actually a tier 2. This one didn't even have a tier at all. Okay, so we do still have enough supplies for the sword, which is good. That is when I calculated, so good thing my math isn't off. Now the forge is all the way back here, so we are gonna have quite a walk on our hand. You know, this does look like some pretty tough armor, but our head looks crazy small now. Alright, we're at the Great Forge of Nogrod. Craft up a sword, and there we go, tier 5, baby. This and the axe seem to be the only tier 5 weapons we can craft. This is a 2-handed axe as well. Well, let's run all the way back, see if we can defeat the dragon with this sword. Alright, let's quickly jump up here. Probably get cursed in the process. I'm surprised we're not yet. But we will in a sec. Heck yeah, we actually do like proper damage now. Oh, there we go, we did it. 1 skill and some fine leather. This one is harder to hit for some weird reason. Probably should not be... Yup. Should probably not be standing on the bridge. Alright, let's also put a rune on this thing. As always, I think I'm just gonna go for bonus damage against orcs, as it seems to be the most useful one we have. Alright, we got this orc key for quite a while now. So let's head back to that camp, get the supplies, and see what else we can find. And hopefully get into a fight, because I want to see if this tier 5 would actually help us out quite a bit. Alright, no orcs to be found. Just kind of expected. Regular diamond, that is quite good. It's quite interestingly enough, there doesn't seem to be another road here. Really? Which means we have to go down deeper. Well, that wasn't really the plan for right now. There was still this orc camp towards the beginning of this layer, so I guess we may as well just go check that out. Something else that's rather interesting is I haven't seen any statues just yet. So I wonder if that means this is just the final armor set we're gonna get. Well, the wargs are a lot easier now. And if I could hit with this thing, maybe the bloody orcs are as well. Yep, that's a good hit. So the question is, how the heck are we gonna do this? Because we just have to be very quick about it. Get that real quick, and then get out of the shadow. So what is our loot looking like? We got some Cousin Steel. Well, not really great from this particular orc chest. It does seem like, in order to progress, we're gonna have to go even farther down. Alright, now that we're down here, there's 2 ways for us to go. But that seems to lead to a bigger room, and that to a small corridor. I think I will be going for the big room first. Not that it seems to lead to... Actually, it might be something interesting over there. Ooh yeah, I think this is the Orc Town. The domain of the Shadow Orcs. Yeah, there seem to be quite a few tough guys in there. So we will be heading to that, but not right away. But it is good to know, and it isn't actually that far either. Well, it's one crazy annoying room after the other, isn't it? If it isn't Shadow, there is a bunch of poison. I wonder if Mithril only spawns in like special large rooms or something. Oh, fuck. Oh, we can walk it? No, never mind, we cannot walk here. You know, I'm gonna check real quick if we're even on the right route. Alright, so kind of as expected, we are not on the right path. However, the right path is even worse than the path we are going on. So remember that like crater into the ground that leads to complete darkness, but there's a lot of gems? Well, it seems like on this layer, that will be filled with mithril. I think I remember seeing one at the top, rather close by to the mithril forge. You know, looking at the map, I don't think I actually seen it on this particular layer. So I think we just need to find one of those rooms, but down below. Well, I went down one layer and it immediately leads me to a room to go down even farther. I think to spice things up a little bit, I'm gonna head to that orc village. Now of course this will hopefully also get rid of the danger meter, so there is that. Well of Shadows. So this is where the shadow comes from, I imagine then. There is a war chief up there. And I am out of here. Alright, let's take a quick nap and tackle that problem in the morning. I wonder if we plug up the well, will all the shadow be gone? Now fighting here though will be quite the problem. There's the war chief though, we can easily take him if he's alone. You know, I think because we ran away we kinda glitched this fight, which I suppose is good, because that makes this a lot easier, because there's not as many orcs spawning. These were just the guys in the room already. There we go. Alright, then I also saw there was a map stone here. We're requiring some stone. Alright. Well, stone is easy enough to come by, luckily. Just smack some walls. There we go, interact with this thing. So what is up here? Because this looks like one of those doors. Oh, alright. So this requires the mithril weapon. This must be like the final area or something then, right? And then we have to seal up that. There is still one orc about. I also still need an orcish key. Yo, mate, do you drop the key? Well, he didn't drop the key. So we don't even need to find the key in the first place. It's probably around somewhere, but hey, may as well just try it. Alright, let's see what we need for the statues as well. An adamant hammer, so this is definitely something for later. I imagine in order to seal it though, we're gonna have to fix up the statue. But also... yeah, no, I think we're just gonna have to fix up the statue. You know, at this point, even if we do manage to find enough mithril, we do still need diamonds, and I have no idea where to get those. I imagine they drop while mining mithril, but the only way we've gotten them so far, I think, are from chests. Oh my god, did we finally find it? Please tell me this goes down, I think it is. Yes!
The dragon's beast.
Fuck, the dragon's beast. Actually, I'm not even gonna be, like, half stupid about this one either. I'm gonna set up a tiny camp, because I'm pretty sure we could easily take... well, easily. I'm pretty sure we could take the dragon, seeing as we did that before. But I do want to make 100% sure that if we die down here, we don't have to come back, or like we don't have to walk 50 miles back. I do think that tiny glowy spot right there is mithril. Well, anyway, to keep things safe, I'm gonna quickly... ow. Probably die from the beast. There we go, we got him. And do we have everything for a map stone? No, because we literally just dumped everything in the chest. Well, we're Peronis. Although I don't think this is that far, no. So if we go back one room, we can climb up, go back another room, climb back up, and then we're at the mithril load. Ouch, man. Look at how much damage that one rock dealt to our armor, especially the helmet. Alright, let's make our dangerous climb down. The mithril mineshaft. Heck yeah. And it already seems like there is some right here. From all that, 12. 12 ore is enough for only 2 ingots. And we're gonna need 6. Alright, there for sure is a lot of mithril around. Oh, there's also a dwarf down here. Pretty sad. Deep mushrooms. I don't think we have those yet. This place is actually rather large. And it's all filled with mithril. I think for what we currently want, we have enough. It is pretty easy to come back here. And I think if need be, we could always get a map stone around. But what I've noticed in this game is you don't actually need a ton of ore. Just to show you, during this episode, everything that is pretty much here on this map was explored today. And all I had to do is, instead of going out to the left, I had to go up. And 2 rooms over, there we go, would have gotten the mithril we were after. You know, the deep mushrooms kind of look very similar to the aberrant mushrooms. Okay, so looking at this, the only thing we're really missing are 3 more diamonds. Well, you wouldn't believe where to actually find diamonds. They are found in the lower deeps once again, but this time the lower deeps of Durin. Now I don't fully remember what was where, but generally these deeper mines are at the end, and I know there is a village over here, which means there aren't a lot of locations these deeper mines could be. And hooray, my memory worked for once in my life. Well, it was more so a strategic guess rather than actually remembering that it was here. Nonetheless, though, it worked out. The Dark Mine Shaft. I think those are precious gems right there. But not the right one. This one gives emerald. This one has emerald as well. Emerald. Oh, that's sunstone. Never mind, we didn't actually need that. Another emerald. Oh, there we go, we got diamonds. Oh, we got 4, so that is technically an... What the fuck is that? That's a nameless? I do kind of want to see if we can defeat it. It is pretty damn tough, of course. I was actually wondering where these things were, because they did say they were in the game. I guess they were here. And the question is, of course, can we actually defeat this thing? Yeah, I'm gonna have to run, sadly. One day, we will come back with the mithril weapons. And hopefully then we can defeat the nameless. Well, it took us a little while, but here we are. We can now craft the mithril spear. It's a masterwork item. Damn it. It would be a masterwork, of course. Ooh, what kind of enchantment does it have? Dragon's Bane. I guess it'd be good against the draggy boys, but I guess that's the entire reason why we made it in the first place. Yeah, okay, so now we have to find the place where the dragon rests. We already know where that is. At least I'm pretty sure, because that should be in the orc village. So there was still one of the smaller dragons in Durin. And this thing is specifically designed to slay those, so I do want to see how good it is against the small one before we actually go take on the big guy. Alright, there it is. Let's see how well this spear will fare. Oh my god! That dealt really good damage. Now I will imagine that means that the dragon herself is gonna have like a massive health pool. Alright, with our tier 6 mithril spear in hand, we are almost ready to take on the dragon. All I want to do now is make a bit more lambast, and honestly I think that's it. Maybe we need to get the ale set back up again as well, see if there's actually a good brew that we can use. But honestly, other than that, I think we're pretty much 100% ready. There are still a couple other things to do as well. Of course, we do still need that adamant hammer, but something tells me we'll probably get that after the dragon fight. But there were also still some carving locations that we have not found yet. And all of that was in Durin. Now we should have the strongest armor in the game. I think Durin's armor, which is tier 5, is the toughest one there is. Well anyway, I'm gonna do the final preparations. So we forged the mithril spear, which name I'm not even gonna try pronounce. This weapon has a boost against dragons. We are also in possession of the Cussed Stone, which there's actually some things I want to try out with that, but we'll do that after the fight. So all we're gonna have to do now is we're gonna have to figure out where the dragon resides. Now luckily for us, while out in Banazinbar we found the Bone Hoard, and that was at the end of the orc village. There is this path up, and now that we have the spear in hand we can open these ancient doors. And I guess the dragon is just calmly sitting there, eh?
I have no gold, no gems. My hoard is all the dead of 4 ages of the world.
Shazon.
Do you not like my treasure?
You desecrate Dwarf King. Defile the very stones of these mountains. I command you to leave.
No! Your bones will join your king right here. Attack!
What's it doing? Oh, it's shooting the fucking shadow balls. Oh, what the hell, dude? Okay, I think we nearly got them all. There's more stuff spawning? Is this not what we're supposed to do? Or is this just a giant fucking survive section? Interestingly though, she does seem to break the pillars. I'm not sure if that's part of the fight. Okay, I let the orcs out here for a second, just so we can kind of take them on. And we died from the despair. Alright, I came a bit better prepared this time. We got a little camp set up. We got somewhat of a wall set up, so if we get pushed back, we can easily come back here. If we die, we respawn here. Well, let's give this another go. Can we just jump over here? We're doing something alright. While we're here. Oh my god. Is this what we're supposed to do? I somehow get the feeling that we're probably not. Oh, we're dealing damage, so that is something. Oh, nice. Wait, that's it? We stabbed the toe of the dragon like 2 times? That's it? It still says kill the dragon though. Also, we're kinda seemingly stuck in here though. See, I feel like we were not supposed to actually be able to come in here. Yeah, with all these invisible walls around, you were definitely not just supposed to jump in here, stab it 2 times, and call it a day. And I doubt we can actually build on here. Yep. If we could die in like a position though, where we could easily grab it from the outside. Yo, hey, what the hell, dude? So apparently while I was out, they've just been destroying the entire camp. Oh no, our stuff gets dumped all the way in there? It doesn't seem like you can actually get to it, which is probably due to the invisible wall. I guess for now we're gonna have to wear this armor. So I took a quick peek online how you were supposed to fight the boss. And to be honest, it's actually, I wouldn't say easier, because honestly what we just did is pretty easy. However though, I was actually looking at this, and there is that up there. And we can actually just go through here. There we go. We opened an ancient door. Which is something we cannot do anymore. Probably because the fucking dragon's dead, I were to imagine. Yeah, so something tells me we're royally screwed this one up. Alright, well, we got our stuff back. For how long is the question? I do not know. Oh, we're out. Okay, actually with the previous ancient door, we actually needed the spear in hand. So maybe it's a similar situation? No. Then I'm not 100% sure. Then I think we really just messed up because we already slayed the dragon.
Is all the dead of 4 ages of the world.
Shazon.
Do you not like my treasure?
You desecrate Dwarf King. Defile the very stones of these mountains. I command you to leave.
No! Your bones will join your king right here. Attack!
So this first phase is apparently one big survival section, until the dragon starts flying up, and that is when we can go up ourselves. One of the dragons starts flying in by the looks of it, the baby ones. They should be pretty easy to deal with, if they're not on the other side of the bloody invisible barrier, of course. Now I imagine that the dragon gets pissed off when we kill these guys, so I'm gonna go for those first, because there are 2 in the room. There comes the other. Ouch. There we go. Oop, they're leaving.
Got to follow her.
And the winches go through the rocks. I guess we just have to kill the baby dragons. Because I did notice them being on top in the last fight as well. I don't think they came down then, for some reason. But I imagine if you kill someone's kids, they'll get pissed off. And the dragon flying up is what triggers this door, which is why it wasn't opening last time. But there we go. This is fully unexplored territory for me. So what is over here? Ooh, more dragon fight.
This mountain is not yours to claim. Leave, servant of Sauron.
I was not his servant. I am of an ancient age, tortured for so long. He made me breed his flying steeds.
You are destroying Khazad-dûm.
It is mine to destroy. You think you're brave, dwarf? The shadow is deeper than you know.
And dragon's leaving. Alright, we're gonna have to follow the dragon upwards. And so many bones on the ground here. Rest in peace all the dwarves. You know, the dragon herself kinda has a sad backstory as well. But then they don't really give a reason for her to destroy Moria. Which would have been a bit cooler, in my opinion.
You have ruined it all. And now you will face my wrath.
Durin, Aule, grant me strength.
You think you've cornered me? I don't need to fly to kill you.
Oh boy. Alright, so from what I've read in the comments as well, destroy the pillars. Thanks, dragon. Thanks for helping me. Ooh, my armor got completely destroyed. I should have probably brought some iron at the very least, just to repair some of my gear. But it's a bit too late for that now, in my opinion. Alright, I'm gonna drink some more of this brew. I think I stopped that too soon. Hello, dragon. Gotta drink something. It's not working. Okay. Yeah, destroyed yourself. There we go. Oh, now we get the achievement for killing the dragon, eh? There you go, Shizun. What the heck is she doing? It's like a cat when they're throwing up a hairball. That's what it looked like to me. The dragon had some body armor. That's pretty cool. And the dragon's gone. Did we get that ring again? Yeah, we did. Let's equip that. Can we actually see it? Oh, we can. Look. You see this tiny ring on his hand there? I don't know how we equip it. That doesn't seem to be on his fingers. I guess we have to go back now? What's up, Arok? Hey, don't fly through me.
Ah, Rick, it is done. The dragon is dead.
We are safe. We are saved.
No curse will block our way back out of Moria now.
Exit the east gate. King Thorin and Lord Gimli wait for you in the Dimril Dale.
Thank you, Arik, for all your help. I'll see you soon, friend. Outside.
And nice, we now learned how to make the adamant hammer. And we're gonna rebuild the bridge, exit through the gate. We need a couple things for that, however. Because I doubt we can just make the adamant hammer. Yeah, so we're gonna need the Khazad-dûm forge. Is that a thing we can craft yet in this world? That is another one of my problems here. We can make a regular forge. We can't even make the Khazad-dûm forge. No. How did we unlock the Khazad-dûm forge in the first one? It was through Balrog's forge? I don't think I actually ever interacted with... I don't even think I fixed it, to be fair. Oh boy. Well, let me get a bunch of supplies from the other world. And see if we can get the forge going. So, on the way back I noticed something cool. You see that troll over there? One of them turned to stone. Oh, and there goes the other one too. So when they're in direct sunlight, trolls turn to stone, as we learned in, well, the movies is where I learned it. It's cool that they brought that into the game as well. That is a pretty neat little touch, in my opinion. Now, the weird thing, though, we don't actually get sunlight in here, but that does mean that the crystals do act as a sun, pretty much. Oh, I may have actually fixed Balrog's forge. Then why do we not have the recipe? Oh, we got it from here, though, did we not? I wonder if it was blocked behind the Shaner hammer instead. Right, let's make the Shaner hammer. There we go, we got the we got the furnace at the very least, but that probably means we can also now make the forge. Yes, the Khazad-dûm forge. So we got enough stuff for the Khazad-dûm forge. which means we can make the adamant hammer. With the adamant hammer, we should be able to fix up this giant shadow well and seal it again. There we go, Monument of Durin has been fixed. Okay, so we just learned how to make the Durin's lamp. That's actually really late into the game. Ew, but we sealed it as well. Nice. So this entire pool's gone, but I doubt the regular ones are gonna be gone. So our next goal is gonna be that over there, the Dimrail Gate. The easiest way to get there is to go to the upper armory in Dwarven. And I just realized I forgot the axe, but we'll get that in a second. As we can now fix up what Gandalf had destroyed all those years ago. I don't think this is the proper fix, but hey. It looks rather small to what it was probably supposed to be back in the day. There we go, switch out to the axe real quick. I do wonder though, now that we have the adamant hammer, we can technically get over there and destroy the seal. I wonder if it's going to be different from what we're about to see. Now technically I do think you would probably be able, as long as you can build here. Yeah, you can build up here, so you're probably able to get here before even getting the adamant hammer anyway. Well, we'll figure that out in a little bit. Let's see what's behind this rune. So there should have been an entrance.
The Dimrail Gate, the way out of Khazad-dûm. At last.
There's a pretty big entrance as well. Pretty cool. Alright, without any further ado, let's head to the gate. And we're gonna have to say goodbye to Arak first.
Arak, this has been quite the return to Moria, hmm? Will you join King Thorin on his journey back to Erebor?
I couldn't fly off without saying goodbye, my friend. What will you do now?
I will continue rebuilding this place. Mine Mithril, subdue the shadows. Perhaps even solve the mystery of Bundushator.
You really are Lord of Moria. It suits you.
My hammer strikes now to prepare Moria. When Durin returns, he will take up the crown as King of Khazad-dûm.
Then Durin's folk shall return to Khazad-dûm. For now, the North Winds call. Farewell!
Farewell, Arak.
Oh, we learned a couple new recipes. We learned how to make coins. That's one expensive coin for 6 gold ingots. Or 6 gold ore it was. Mithril shield. Seems like we're gonna get a mithril pickaxe as well. Now, this is one of those two-handed weapons. Kinda like the mattock was. Ooh, an entire set of mithril armor. We're gonna use some pimped out dwarves. I think we technically have enough for all of that. Alright, let's see what lies beyond the gate.
The first mithril Durin ever mined. So much of our fate is tied to this stone. The heart of the dwarves has been found. At last, Durin can wake to lead us all into Khazad-dûm. The fight against the shadow must continue, led by our new Lord of Moria. Cousin Gimli, you were right this time.
Well done, young hero. Now, we celebrate! It was a pickaxe. All along, Uncle Balin thought it was a great weapon. And a dragon? Oh. I have some tales to tell, Lord of Moria. Alas, I may not be here when Durin returns. I made promises, you see. To meet Aragorn in Minas Tirith. See Merry and Pippin again. To make one final trip with Legolas. Perhaps hear the Lady of the Wood again. But your story doesn't end here. Oh no. This is your company now. May its deeds be long remembered. Farewell. And may the luck of the dwarves be ever with you.
And that was pretty good. And that was a pretty touching ending with Gimli. It was really cool to see that the original actor that played Gimli returned. It would have been extremely cool if the original actor that played Thorin would actually voice him as well. Because that did not sound like Thorin, in my opinion. Now, we're not done in that world just yet, either. Because for those that remember, there is actually another exit. I want to see what happens when we go in there. And then, of course, we go check out what happens when we rebuild the bridge and everything in the other world, where we technically have not defeated the dragon just yet. I will admit it is kind of insane to unlock so much stuff after the game is practically over. So when we got to Durin's doors before, Gloin told us he didn't want to leave because there was still stuff to do. But what happens now? Well, they open up, that's for sure. My eyes!
A dwarf coming through those doors, what a sight! Thank Durin, your head is as strong as a mountain. That collapse scared all of us. We are to set up a trading camp. Supplies from Rohan, the Shire, the Havens. Whatever you need to finish the job in there. So, get back to it, Lord of Moria.
Man, we just get told to fucking go back to work. Well, we got a different cutscene. That's pretty good. So what about those, items? I guess we're not gonna get those? Alright. Now let's see what happens when you fix up that bridge and go to the exit. On a world that technically hasn't defeated the dragon. Also, don't worry about the state of the house. So I tried to remove one small part of the ceiling to get those blocks out of here. And for some reason the entire wall collapsed. Also, something interesting to note is the mapstone here is called the Eastern Bastion. I'm pretty sure it was Upper Armory in the other world. And this is the exact same mapstone. Now, my big guess on what is going to happen is we can remove the seal, build this bridge all we want, but the same thing is going to happen that happened with Durin's doors, to where he doesn't want to leave.
I cannot leave yet. I must kill the dragon first.
Yeah, that is what I was afraid of. Gonna be honest, that kinda sucks. However though, now that we did the fights, there is one thing I want to test out in the dragon fight, to hopefully get this world back on track. But let's see, right? Our only goal is to defeat those guys up there. So if I can trigger those, well, they are being triggered alright, but they're not being properly triggered. Actually, I should probably get my spear out for this fight. So what I imagine what still could technically happen to make this all a happy ending is those dragonkin will fly down, and then hopefully that is the trigger for the doors to open up. And then I imagine they didn't use the exact same dragon. It probably just spawns back in when you get to the top. So that is my hope here. So I'm gonna try survive this room for a couple minutes and see if those dragons up there will fly down, because it doesn't seem like they get triggered by me shooting them. Because I will admit, having everything on this save file probably gonna be a lot easier. Yeah, the dragons are still flying down. If this works, I'm gonna be pissed, because that means I did not have to play through the entire game again. But it's something I just thought about that could potentially save us in this world. Well, Dragon 1's down. There we go. The orcs are leaving. So this really could just mean we could have done this the entire time. Now, the dragon herself isn't leaving, so that could still be a problem. Well, let's see if the door opens up now. Well, fingers crossed. It opens up. Okay. Let's see if the dragon's back. Yeah, there it is. There's the dragon. Well, let's defeat the dragon for a third time, I suppose. You know, when I was fighting the war chief, I thought the war chief was a joke. Then someone in the comments said the dragon is even more of a joke. And I will admit, it truly is. There we go, we now officially have the adamant hammer. And we can now make our mithril stuff. Alright, while I'm grabbing all the supplies to make the mithril armor, I was wondering if all of you would like to see me build up a new base. As kind of a grand finale to the series, because this is all I have right now. I placed this out here so the hordes would stop messing up everything that's in here. But yeah, now that we have access to adamant, we can actually build these nice looking walls, the walls that everything else is made out of. So I'm planning to use this entire area as one massive house, basically. So if that sounds interesting to watch, let me know in the comments, and I'll do an episode or two on building up this entire base. So here's my collection of spare items. We got 2 crowns, 2 letters from Balrog, and we have 3 rings now. Alright, we return to the Mithril Forge. Let's craft up the armor. And there we go, that was the final piece. Gotta admit, that looks quite cool. I don't really like the headpiece much. I think the crown is cool, but covers a lot of the face. So let's retire the old Durin set. Alright, with that, I'm gonna be leaving it off over here. We have officially completed the game, which means, well, there isn't really anything for us to do besides building up the house. So again, if you would like to see that, leave a comment down below. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye everyone.